onimde bo no ne hia wo ma ne se wo be ye bibi ena wo ye bibi no ne hia wo mpa no eye ye koduru honhom which is perseverance.
Yes.
Squam correct. Perseverance, truth and courage. 1.0. Yeah, you know. Yeah, your motto no. Perseverance, truth and courage.
Yes.
And to me to be and then my boy me ya me ankasa na me ho nya me ho
Yes.
Truth and courage ni de. Ehun ya. It's the key to success is action. And the essential in action is perseverance.
Yes.
It's so opese wodi nkunim ewo baabi no eso start ye bibi.
Yes.
Enti no opese wo free osu ase ko parliament a say nwa ba wo tena ha me ko parliament nduru ye.
Yes, obetena baabi a wo tena. Enti no hye ni tirim say Piesie onyanya obeko school obetoa na adesua so bepe me na me ne wo de kasai ontimi nko baabi aye.
Yes, so on 2 and 9
what did they make a choice? I said there be Mamiya next year. What team postman by 10 years ogusu tifako.
I know tomorrow never comes.
Yes. The American soldier say obi o person show application fan kwa djuma bim na on konko pa djuma ho. Ono afa charge you no san say na djuma okra de medin ana manya kwan ho. Enti bepe me de application control. So how do you see say of
course and nothing I cause the key to success is action. Yes. It's action near say we be.
Yes.
The whole school say a verb is doing well than action.
Yes.
And you know so 1 2 anamobia who to win through baby or person
there be a metaphor bobi or say oposa nunuma
now tell
me kankai the kai time and me want me tertiary no now there is this nice lady na owo ho na madam fu bi ani gina ho pa what say every time not na no ka chale abayo we there
menya kamawa
ana me ka che ne say kona koka che no o si we dey obro me so ba me so koka in fire
and the omaware
action but what's na ho ade no nso hwe kra obeda hu ni se be yi ana se be fa but dem kan say greatness say fi baby obi a why great no to anamon bi.
Okay.
O take action.
Asante for Bible 3 miensa nchichemu aduonu baako. Wo se eso ko kra ebeyema. It ben ka say oh na me ye asenketenketen da ben na mawie. Ya start free baby ena na ye duru baby ayi. Enya ha na ye ka ye to aso. Eti wo no ye ka say your friend say so ko kra ebeyema no. Say na waso agu bonsu anum.
Watch us here. Slow motion is better than no motion. Opa machechide ni nantwe nyina ye betumi ka ne pongo nyina betumi ka. Pongo betima kwa kodu 6 years
achechide still obedru.
O movie o ye slow but beba be do obi.
Exactly. Exactly. So
beba be do so action is very necessary.
Very necessary. Yeah. So you had seen and no pain way now or day 2 year for ebusia for dwumade no and some no doso enche ye de dobon krata no nsem ebebreo eno achi ye de agudie mu nsem oba na apomode wo nsem beba ye be de adisua wo nsem nkomo ensem bebre na see ye during the weekend from Friday na ye di Edu Ada ebe pemenne ensem no doso pa ye be transit ni nyina e de abreo kwabena wo pick for the weekend then
me pick for the weekend Piesie said the work and weekend na I should I busy samom se say utimi hwa Hac-Cer na should I calm kakra ye nuanu mi did na ba from but still wouldn't say enkrofo entimi enti 1 Ghana city ye dey ba beto a liter of 4 no be say woman ti ase ye any ekwan kura aban be fa je say sika no enkrofo nti ase ye ene ye beje bre ye be chire mu of course ekwanya aban be fa so de sa 1 city ne beto per liter no so
say knife anti acha ye nanum ye be call face window
yes
francophone on be kwa kwatena say esotia
yes
esotia eno ano no say eno akwa na me na baby na me hu 10.9 now say
yeah
and I say hey
some of the Philistines
me to na me say ye nyina ya pem 11 no obi wo 10.9
yes
me so obi kwa to 10.6 and 10.7
yes
oh baby
possible pa
it is say trans na ka say the fan go bo foforo e san ba bioma eso bete but no na be kwa kushim no
what the make a chow na say woni mi say na ebi ni mo dwene say trotro drivers ni bi taxi even private car owners ni bi dwene say anka wudu na wo kwa kotofo na aye 10.9 wo ya na ase age once
da be enye sanity
moto mo boase me say ne maje bra chirechirem na afi wo mo ntia ase no mo hunu say anka ban yi kra ben time decide say konkan kire Ghana fo nkobi en huda
yeah of course
ne so say the omo
person odi no credit ma Ghana for na Ghana for
credit ma Ghana for na ti ase say ye energy sector ye power sector ho no crisis no dose dodo leakage say what ECG any said the fidie bi ni niam bi wo abri bi e wo se ye hwe na sa dum so yi me mitimi hunu ni say Piesie dum so say me die enya be na wie ye pe ya no omuni campaign message enti abiri bia bibia bebe wo say ba be solve dum so no mompe watch them guys ko bench akoka o sa sika we nya de betimi enti ko bench oka wie no den no de ba be timi say okay ye say ye betimi solve power crisis no mu be di so mfie wotwe enti wunim de betimi solve power crisis no ana wanye
nti ade say na afa na obekasa
enei obi etimi asoda ye wanya lisuade hunu se me fa sai kwan we so a ye dum se high adwen abri bia ye pamade edum a ye ntimi pam yade coastal for na ene wode akonya ekwan ba betutum a onse ase kura wusi enye ye o ya mambofo ko vivento
okay
o ya mambofo nje ye be chirechiremu na Ghana party ase
but ye nyanje ne sabre ene da be 9th June 2025
yes
Ghana Revenue Authority for say fuel levy no you best start charging on the 16th until ye
not just say
it's 16th
yes oma call window no the next window no akwa prices na air drop no sigi ni so gina na now say ya tire ne oba no why say ya na no me ho why pom fe me na no me ho ba
abuja 40 obrempo na ate kano na yeguso ha akora we betra se nenko ye fa do bonkrata no munsem no emfa mmere ano pay Dwabo Ase dwumedie so ya tra se e de nsam ni nyina ebremo e wa ha se aha eho ne nye me ba yesa na ka kire me ntiji so ko wenim akora kofi da kon atena se ode de bonkrata no emu nsam edeba meyo watena se eno echi ede gude mu nsam bebro ena no pensam no doso na den na ukra nkrata fita akora go vida ko
onua
maje
ye nua
meyo
lovely
meyo
na ye juda na ye first
utukwan
debi
long weekend nyina want to kwan
debi na se Friday fida na me wa ha Saturday na me wa ha
me kai me hwe TV so
me wa ha
okay
enti me ni ba bia ko
okay
na no my madwene se na enya me nkuto me ni pomsi ya adwe se be ye no my XYZ online
ya den
se newspapers na ho na wo
okay
isem ni nyina ho na gu
okay
nti anya no my XYZ online hifa biom na yo se
okay enti me so kra me online ahodo bi me de be ba
ya nti ejina ho ana ejina ena no pay
menu abana ko boniti e ka ba mi table so
ada wentia wediga ko wodida enti ade weekend na o habi debi mi say
okwa na mi hu
afena we hu
afi na ma hu
okay
obi aba
hello
yes it is saying
nyame adome ho yon so
me ho ye pa
nyame
bibi aboko
nyame adome
tinu so efe down ti kakra na me hwa de
enko say
utumi ko wow oh nice why efe me okay Israel for no here we can do me say that
Israel for you wanna the small so my ne pepe we dey nyam bag no mo shame mo ne me phone sa shame
eneme general meeting
Canada because I'm the media shame I'm the na dia shame they say they double Canada so when I'm almost adwuma no
tia bra
me na me bankers bet twetwe nkomo and I'm paying some no dos weekend idil na we idilada na say
idilada
ai mapanyin kasa ye nsem bebra akoso you see GRA postpones Ghana City 1 fuel levy on our 1 city fuel levy rollout to June 16. It's the Ghana Revenue Authority for the Atuja Chiremu say or my revise implementation of the energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy.
Yeah.
Uti dino. It is say no Esla no energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy. Na say aban dada ni jakato hontis and afena yegigi says kana kutua na kana free ho nya say yanka ne bedum if we say ye de kabibiri it is Ghana Revenue Authority so omo no mbeje omo bo che ye kwaku rickets Hagan and omo say 16th and on start ya
16th on say abanga otie ni manfo asem abanga otie fem sadi weye anase nye oh yenye ni se on say mampani mahama on ni suban ene ni ye no wey
and say okrom ni no
debi wo na on say ya beri manom one edit statement bi krampo aba wo Efra Bangnisi, Omomodeng non wong menyan kungwesi non chirichim. Ni obronika ni say stakeholder engagement ni bi.
Almost started and sana we neighbor. Now no mene Richmond Rocks and etwetwe nkomo on the kasama energy ministry no. No say inkonwesie bebere koso. Nti omunya nwie omuguso ni amanfo engage. Enye ilevia yese sasabro malaria yitu ase yefuno yare bibia ebetu ase African afi yekotua levy nso aya
levy uti ya levy uyamia uya saya uya sisi ya uya
sasabro korono
but JDM uti ni manfu asem
of course
wanga wakofa Jenefi eyiba no trailers no womu de nkrata bia ba chirim se nka womu ni GPRT funya adwene se womu kacha bank ni sinka or reverses her decision but you see John Dramani Mahama and then the NDC government no womu yenkrofo mutie omanfo na asem enti so wonga hu se nkrofo omanfo no anasa stakeholders no yekasa womu say then we engage you more
sana wo hu no okay
and no to wonga twema consistency
eti me sure say Ghana for bi so sana omo so ehu no ana mampo mamboa
oh sa pepe
okay matintin sam no momfa moso tew agudie mu nsamfo no ye warm up wechiro
yo
and ladies first and yeah Piesie me shase na mame nko makra ho my XYZ online ho mame me facility new show me fit ase anopay ewo ensem no emuna enkomo na wadi kan boso dada na nsa na say ginesi be ba Ghana Revenue Authority o matwe date ne dia kwachi no na Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies ahodo ne from Komak wo mo so de krata ba ya na mo koku hu atwie purchase ahase na ban wani kan ni wo mantena se ensi nkonwa ama sa levy wo de be mu ani hu nkita ho ye hu ya ne Saudi aba na de aba nso so na wo implement ya as by force ani mani mu ye ntin kontwe kwachi nti krata free GRA for no ho na kyerese OMCC ne kasa no aban te nti wo mo ya ne sa pepe de ama wo mo ho aseba no pem de obokrata yi city new shim for day aba ya anopay sa ensem no ene mu nchemu nyina wa ha o mo de krata ne piedwa ya wo mpanifo ene de wo mo nsa ehyasie ya wo mo kyese enkita odie no ya na ho hia nti se bibini na mo de kai di nkomo no hwie e mantiase ba ansa na mo tu ho na mo wa na akobo na se ko esa se soja ban do before complain na obey before complain na eno so ahadwene nti begidi se OMCs ne beda mampani ne apamfo asese wo mo kan eso wontwe nko June 16th ne start no odi osia yo na ene GRA for the krata ba wo mo echemu e wo sa kwan so ntie no ye nsem ne bia no pem city new shum wo mo e de e ba me fa de aka nto aso
da bia krabrem mansa
okay any moment call my xyzonline.com na Dr. Randy Abbey and now Oya Chief Executive Officer acting ma cocoa board na oding zambia ba o say 2024-2025 cocoa season ayadi say sikanga was a bank did not secure na wo mutumi di koto cocoa no bi no cocoa mani bi no abang na nye abang no tumi secure hwe Piesie enti na orabu ahen ene eye former finance minister
orabu ahen no de obo a tise amanfo hu no JB Edu
Joseph Buahin Edu
Joseph Buahin
only Jemical Joseph no Nigeria for san waka no Joseph wow
so obana when dia sem pass na be for Joseph
wow Joseph enti na koko yenga yese eti na sena ni nyina no eyi
Canada wo hopa ze akoko bode Canada susuro akoko ene wo no kan kese enye yi but still na yebeka
enti my xyzonline.com report say opanyin din sema to go no see senior bank ntimi secure loan nti no aye din ye papa se wo betumi to anamon akogwa so se wo bekwa kototo koko na odi akwa no ne akoton
asebo
enti na yenga boy hu moden sikasema koye ni enti na se ne nyina no
na nyin Nicholas Cromforce na nyin
ayo enti ko my xyzonline.com obetumi akonye bi ewo ho na wako kenkan sem ne wo ho
ebefa
yento so enti Piesie ba ko kasisi ni hwemu amanfa nso so se efiti bra ye sha se ye ko galamse ewo NDC amamu no nipa mako ahenum 500 ena prempria de yetumi ache wo mu within the last 5 months anope eho asem so de obokrata ebo amane wo kira watu anamoni bebre amansa se ne dodo no anso ananka galamse fo wo maje edi aboso ne yetumi restore sansa se ne nyina ya ye hwe ni mu se ye besiesie so kama na asese ne dadre mu ama wo sisi abese 10,000 hectares eno ensase na galamse fo wo makogiri aboso no adwuma ene ade guso a ekoso na mpedifo kyese wo mo bekoso ano makrake wo mo website ye be ya galamse fo no wo mo de ayo madwene se adwuma no wo mo nyaye wo bekoso ate agum akwakoto no aban susu ni wo mo ebedi ne pa enti anope no susu ho asem wo city news show na wo de ba
mamen ko Ghana web say GhanaWeb.com see 2 individuals arrested for alleged possession of narcotics at Imensa. It's a Ghana Police Service for IGPD anymore. COP Christian
Tete Yohuno.
Thank you. Wono any nasrafo anazem kan say one ne mrante akwa che amanfo bia wono mo ekura nubone ewa Imensa one day sa area wana ifru sro bafom ifru krom ndije bia nti amanfo jo mo nipa ya che omo Matthew Nakote na Augustine Tay before that no krampo no na nakokfo national
Narcotic Control Commission
nakok bebe a chumbere ma wono mo so kra last week ya mo so chichi amanfo pa ndo bone no so udu omo ho a wo tumi hu se amanfo pa te se utumu se memma ni monyamfo nso enu bone dwadi nti ya se omo te se udu a arehu
eyezo
but omo ye adwuma
okay
amanfo se ase nanse ase echi kokefo na we echi omo bebre dodo first no na echi a yenka ma wonte ase se yewura John Dramani ma se ye chi pin kra yenka na obi ante enu tina nanse motene bebre no normal
yo mamenko myjoyonline.com
okay
tie headline ye we don't recycle failure in elections. We don't recycle failure in elections.
Before in
Canadian Japan
we can do the above we me papa. Or the above papa.
Jenny for you, baby. Oh baby,
there's one that was around about me. Radio Benjamin, Canadian Japan, the bombing.
Canadian Japan from 1992 MPP for buy nipo di ka koye Frankatuni ma won Professor Dwabo Ase onu kra odi won ganim kra born hu modern ko for na second time now one lose over 2 million votes yamfa mebiom we o se ni kromo wale kra police station yabubo ba omia hwe do mahama no ni nam ne yamfa mebiom ba omia se he ne Edu de ko pebe bintina Kennedy Japan se ba omi ko pebe bintina no obeka no kware no e de a kire NPP amanyeku na chitaifo se ni pebia ni nanam no e no kira bakosem no nyina ni enti aye de omampani de dakufo e ko 2 times ni enti aye de akufo adoko e 3 times na we the vote no lose ye no
o se candidate na So or say MPP and reward the candidates are omoye failure.
Yeah.
It's no that's about Baumia fail. That's a gablus.
Baumia radio.
Na say exam sanka we
get here point to Baumia radio.
Exam sanka fail. Na say 30.
Oh, eti Baumia radio 38.2 megahertz. Utia ube fail ngwa. Eti myjournalline.com. I report to say ora Kennedy akompra kwa Japan brebia besin ko na mra shebego ni madeshi a won ewo asin central ko keka se mewe santimante mampom bra wo gopu emu ewo dase bra se bonso na yi ase no no de wo yi na ase
mampom yi na yi na ase na
no tree supporters ni because I sorry them dum okasa ya guys hey I sorry them ha see e kan kware ni kire wo won nti ya sorry them ha kra vote no mo nya okay ewo video so san wo audio so ewo ho etikere de Japan chem say
Baumia fail. Baumia fail odi party na nim no wa mo party no.
Enkoye. Na imagine say wale one police station. Ya beto aba. NPP Baumia 0. John Dramani Mahama 1 million votes.
Oh, there be say bia na sabre no omo de ayi Akufo Addo ho ahi na tuti Baumia. Tie bia fe de oba on his own.
Wale Baumia ko.
E ba sese Akufo Addo ho ahi.
No,
there be. Yes, better do na ma ebika.
Oh.
Eti we de bia nka.
Ebuakwa, atime ebuakwa. Woto aba no wo ho no. Se Baumia nya ma ne bi wo ho. Onya bi wo ho. E ho wale wanya bi. Na Akufo. Eti ebuake. Right easy.
And that mampon hene no ene na otumfo ebe ko ho na. O ma akwa akoye bibia na ye de na akwa. Oh, nana ye me neighbor o.
Oh, okay.
Oh, baby, I will tell you.
It's yanka. Wafe?
Oh, minimum na pa. Minimum na pa.
All right.
Nyankopon fa ni kransie.
Amen.
Say de ye die mu no se mampon ne kwa man.
I mampon ne kwa man because you sutade o munyina nipa ba ko. Eti Dr. Frank Amako hene ekrum. Na nana atoa nana no me won said nana ko ekura. Enti ba bibia be fine. Bibia be fine. Ukura de bi
eyi we di anopem said the bon krata ansem se jamana e mo se nem so holiday unti do no ano mo da haka o mo anti o mani ntem ba new center de enra wo ye adwuma enti anopem o di bia ba wa ha o se anese for strike a wo makono ama se Ghana for ekoja pom de ye ne atutu aka ensem pa ne nempo na total withdrawal ano of services ne be sha se na se na de mu be yire pa na wo twetwa mu na ye ho fiafia ho empo na ekoye ni sa nti se na wo mo hye ade na se ankasa na say pressure ne beba pa no pe ho asem new center de obokrata no emo or the abade obokrata ni mo che say na no eye haja kwantu konkron ya won mo koye na bede just say Ghana for nson na wo mo afri mu ama ene wo mo so ekoye ni bebre wa isu e de efre aban ni mpanimfo so mo mrem mo hwe wo mo ho asem wo de obokrata mo no say Yera John Dramani Mahama wa yi Jubilee House na afi atena ni bi de afri mu a ECG bills no wo mo de entue bi sanse mem say di ka bandada na paper we nya GRE for notice ne say 1 CD fuel levy no enye ne be hyase 16 wo mo nya enti wo mo de kan de by say ene be hyase no so ho asema na pain de obokrata yi ebo mo ma ne Bank of Ghana na sika susuro na wo mo so abo 9.49 billion Ghana cedis losses.
Doctor in the Sadison
enti
some say gold for oil no say na say omo the Bank of Ghana sika gold ni koto a na revenue ni mba Bank of Ghana ho
na na kwai
asem we last year on Dr. Esiama ka ho asem ka say sa gold for oil no the way na nka say omo ye no ma anya ne sa nti e ka na beba last year o I think say last year was it June or August e mu ba ko and all this asem no tu bia afi we nso pepe Bank of Ghana yakobu nkonta kasusuro ni nyina nso fa kese na free gold for oil
no for oil BOG post 2.1 billion forex losses
na da ho no
ti enso kaba ho kaba fi
kaba fi but me no tembia ya me kase enya fe na ye ba be kase kabia ba na ya kanu sa na eko esese nkrofo bi dem
na ho hia
Anakramba.
Oh yes,
me know
yes,
you
very necessary.
Because so one no I de gan me entina me de say yes say constitution no yes system no. Ti yes system yes system okoi no. Engagement ahodo a Professor Henry Kwesi Prempemo ye ne ade no. Amanfo bebiri na e kire o madwen. Say ye de o man adwuma ma wo. Say aban de tua wo kan ye unye teacher ni ana nurse ni o. Aban afa wo adwuma say bia wa be ye minister. Wabeye we anasi obi ana MD wo baabi na ya aban adwuma se wo no adwuma ye de ama wo no se mra ne da ho se ese o yesi u failure ese se mra ne ni utumi di
Tetitia. Agree with you.
ama
Entiasa.
my fancy
Yes.
Meda Ase.
Yo.
Ama poma checheku na Akraah Kofi Dako. Meda say acquitted and discharged. Ti ya de dwumadie no emfonyi kase no ya twa e de amama wie agudie mu akonfo na ba betena se na ye de nsem na aka no so de aba. Kodofo su fandi ana wode agudie mu nsem no enso e de ebreye anopei. Yemfa se da kase pa enko emfama ye Solak Natural Clinic. Solak Natural Clinic esemen kancho se anopei wo how anything a wusu wa mane anything say bia wontume nwo ana say liver problems ana say wonpo de no kidney problems enei ya say no ne kon eden pa ena wunya hwa na wako krechi eja no pay Solak Natural Clinic Dr. Solomon Apia kubi say men kan cho say wakwa ko pay duro de aba nti liver issues na ma ona say atata na kidney issues na ma ona say atata no eduro wo ho asa wo ba ho beto nti bra ne bra beje duro ni bi wa wontume nwo uni problem wo ba wo no kunu mra na yanhwehwe mu nyina mumoje mu ni afi yanhwehwe hwamakwa mu ne yanhwese bibia okay ana enye okay a ye de duro be ma wo obewo afa ho afa ba prostate issues and afi nemu yare namu nsayare nyina no ye waduro ho aye de ma wo kokomlemle na ewo won kran ha sei Royal your friend say Harvard Senior High School in chen ho ape ye wo ye kokomlemle ha ya ntifra 0553932631 0553932631 we nyame ma me ne wuja me na nyame na ne wuja me we okoke university or doctor medical doctor but to the bibidro NSI area Solak Natural Clinic no Azambe
we need original one
no na waka no original enyame na ne wuja me na papa ne wuja me
anya na story
dabe we oko school K University ena oko e no se on de bibidro herbal medicine eno baba ye agudie mu nsam ya de bro emu ne eba okay yeah edem Kojo Fosufandi
Piesie Okrah you see ade medi no masesa no
you
see ade we count
the prince
Cristiano Ronaldo count junior we Cristiano Ronaldo second junior
minimum support the only boy na this is ain't talk retirement na Cristiano Ronaldo
and no idea forget it na I'm in Spain for Barcelona and then Spain for na Barcelona fans for and it's so many na Spain for no China Spain na la mia mala na ho la mia ma
and they gra
and it's up Pascal the China says penny
okay
and the flyer be on your card na me who say disrespect card ma Cristiano Ronaldo mo ye flyer for finals na mo Ronaldo ato hono na ko fa la mi ya ma da beto ate ka mo fa Murata meto hono me ana high school meto hono ma ate no kwa de heka only ni boti pen
Ronaldo na the original goat
of course
and them no ya adwen ade ba kwa me no ya adwen wo ho ani
no doubt about that
okay fire call
all right Piesie Okrah ti obi kwara no semra sagure si abopo no se power morning sports ye share near fan so e dwumadie so se power 97.9 FM TV XYZ and uza o share kabaka samono e dos mo de kam ne riti e ne be ka awon wetimi atwe na no bebe room e the sports minister Hac-Cer ho e ho enso de se kakra e da toja e da friend na no da Nigeria ni boxer obepiem o Ghana o share ne nkwa no de ho sem e de abasanso ana kopiem de e Ghana Boxing Authority for President papa din Abraham Kote
Kote Nikwe, and also the Sakra, and a Fahon Sewe, and Honsen, and Managana Premier League match day 36. It's a final decision, and to me, a baby wine, and a winning leg in it, Honsem, and bro, I was shown coaches Nibi, and so Etimi Agasa Division 1 leg, go for Etimi Akolafa, and I fake Premier League, so teams Nibi Air Relegation, Honsem. Everyone I could PM the Nations League and Drata finals in the course were France etimi etoso third now face Portugal I want ultimate every near the 7 Emma I was show the slim so say Roger Emmanuel the sports book and I justice a bottle of the boy a bomachidum say producers Martina say and on paper this summer Abramadine and me showing the prince himself F to the A and D white fanti but me say sana say for the ko PM the sports minister akacha on himself put down honorable Kofi Adams on the second ground and I told you friend Nigerian boxer or be people my Ghana and the thing Eddie Gabriel Oluwa Sigun and also brother sharing kwam my Ghana and man is so there could go I just so IMAX for media boxing course no and apparently etimi ebehwe ne nkwa Hac-Cer no and say gina so the sports minister etimi ete committee members so mo hwehwe ne mo yesi ne be ya ebetimi akama no makoye na fa brand no ene ne body remains ne nyina akopie mu enso Nigeria na so akopɛ no crab ya enso no and say minister ebe to just say for kasa ye body no etimi delay na say no ma delay committee no ana delay sports minister ebe to just so bi biara be na no eka GBA president no obebi na no aka say ono anama body no ertimi ache my Ghana say so munyina omo bonemom autopsy penifo conduct ye no eno anama na delay entina branch no body no akoso aka my Ghana say no
somebody dies in a situation that this death occurred. Corona Act kicks in, and so there's a need for an autopsy to be done. Not just an ordinary autopsy. This must go through some legal process, and the autopsy have to be endorsed by a court. So the autopsy report, because needed to be endorsed by the court, even delayed the work of the committee by 4 days. So if anybody, including the GBA president, is suggesting that it was because of the committee's work that they have not been able to move the body out of Ghana and to Nigeria, that is false. That is not true.
And Tiano and some honorable minister Kofi Adams and the 2 Jadon 7 at the Ama I was shown so we know and I say Okopia about the Ghana Boxing Authority president upon the dean at the Abraham Kote Nikwe and also at the Sakra Atuja say idea or make me secure document to be at Namia Tuesday. They say Namia Tuesday. They say body no everything Kopiemu Nigeria.
The Ghana Boxing Authority, we've been able to get all the documents that we should get for the body to move to Nigeria. With me here, I have the certificate for death register. I have the AMA document also here. I have the non-infection certificate is also with me. I have the Ministry of Interior. So I can tell you that we are finished with all the documents. So probably next week, by the grace of God, the body will move from here to Lagos.
Etiano and President Abraham Kote Nikwe and the 2 Jadon 7 at the Amaya free boxing mo the Uncopium Gudium Sana say football and several say Copium out the Ghana Premier League and Drata and I say Okopio the Ghana Premier League in the season etimi eperie come potential results etimi epio for the last match the 36 no etimi epio Okopia say and it's Adrian Stars etimi tinafie Emma Basaka Holy Stars, Chine Boneka Makwa. I want to me at say, Diana Etimichi Basaka Holy Stars, Boneka Miasa, Emma no Etimu Back, also compare Bechev United, and so Etinefie, Emma Young Apostles, and so Etchen Boneka Makwa, went to me and see Baby Go Stars, or Mutimi Echi, walk on a drink at the Accra Lions, Boneka 9, Emma also Antimi and see at the Baka Dreams FC, Etinefie, Echibo Kwan Dreamsensy and so Etinefie and we quite the at the Lagos Cities and so and a boy 4-1 against Lagos City. And so and a hat to folk Etinefie and we quite the ɛde Samates ɛno nso ɔtene bɔnɛka baako a Samates ɛntimi antimedia matena fie abɛkum Chelsea kɔkyene bɔnɛka mmienu ama ɔno nso ɛtimu baako pɛsan so na Nations FC ɛtena fie ama Heart-Cer Flyers kyene bɔnɛka mmienu a ɔno nso ɛntimi ɛnsim Araka Vision ɛkyi wɔkɔ ne deɛ Kumasi Asante Kotoko ɛbɔnɛka mmiɛnsa ama Kotoko nso ɛtimu baako pɛ ɛnso wɔn ɛsɛ de kopia league table no say ɛde kopia biedi Gold Stars ɛde hurudi ka Okrah 63 points sanso ana kopia mu de wɔkɔ ne deɛ Nations FC ɔno nso ɛtɔ so mmienu Okrah 60 points ana afei Heart-Cer Flyers ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa ɔno nso Okrah 60 points Accra House of Folk ɛnso ɛtɔ so 9 ɔno nso ɛnya 58 points ana afei Kumasi Asante Kotoko ɛtɔ so enum ɔno nso Okrah 58 points a yɛde ho nsɛm no ɛnso ɛma na okopia mu last train nso the relegation zone no say ɛna kopia Accra Lions ɛkɔ relegation Lagos Cities ana afei nso akyɛmanfoɔ nso ɛkɔ ɔmo nyinaa ɛkɔ relegation yɛde ho nsɛm no ɛnso ɛma na ɛsɛ kopia mu for the first time bepieni Gold Stars omo and say timi e crown you omo say after say match ni na kwawie no they bepieni Gold Stars and ya crown you omo so omo as a league no omo timi FI 2024-2025 season no ekwawie no na bepieni Gold Stars and eti way for the first time bepieni Gold Stars for etimi at league table no and as a league log no e dey see omo na so kama e dey ho sem no after say 4 years ago omo promote omo e dey bar e dey Ghana Premier League no they said yeah bepieni Gold Stars 2024-2025 Ghana Premier League season no kwawie no bepieni Gold Stars and they said omo efa crew no e dey see omo nas after the game coach from Manson and they said Accra etuja
I'm very happy because if you look at bepieni and this environment, this is the first time we are going to see a League Cup, and so for me, I feel very proud to be part of the team, and also I'm also very happy for bepieni because they've also done a lot of work. All along, everywhere we go, we see them, they go with us, and then at home, they play as the 12th player. So for me, I think I am very, very happy for the DNA.
Tama coach from Manson and the two Jana who summon and ama after bepieni Gold Stars league when ya J bepieni nes over Piemo our Tema Diana Vision FC Omuchi Kumasi Asante Kotoko Ebome Kamiansa Emamu etimu back after the game coach Nana Ajiman as we can say Edituja.
The idea was to overload Kotoko in the middle of the field because we know that Kotoko is very good. Their midfielders from defensive all the way to offensive, very, very good players. If you give them the chance, they would always play around you. So the idea was to press them hard, win the ball in the middle, and probably try to counter. So when we are starting play, what we do is that when the ball goes to the right side, the right winger will drop inside and become the fourth midfielder. Okay. That gives us the box in the middle, which allows Sanja, who was at the right back, to play like a wing back. And then we would overload, play through, bring the ball to the left side, move Kotoko to the left side, find Soa, so that we can switch to the other side and attack from there. So we realized that most of the goals came from that side. I think it worked pretty well. The overloads was there, the passing was there, we played the up back and through the give and goes. We didn't delay too much. The few times that we delayed on the ball, we realized that we lost the ball. But when they were disciplined, they kept it simple, 1 touch, 2 touches. You realized that they really played well. So we played.
And I don't have Vision FC head coach Nana Achima who said and I'm telling you no and Karim Zito head coach and Kumasi Asante Kotoko so I feel complaining here about official senior referees ni going on and no man queen to person be can answer cry.
You win, you draw, you lose. So I think Vision played well. They played well and they deserve to win. So that's what I have to tell you now. They played well, they deserve to win. So I'm okay. Seriously. It seems like
Entiano and Smart head coach Edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko Karim Zito and the two Jadon Sam and so Edema Hac-Cer folk Etimichi Samates Ebome Kabakwa Omentimi and Simi Adabraka after the match no coach Abubakar Tara and the two Jadon see a kind of best club ever the 2024-2025 season and Drea now say Hac-Cer folk it's Hac-Cer folk coming back stronger and on Benya top 4 no.
If you ask me, yes, Hac-Cer folk is the best team for the season. So we are coming from back. When we start, we are 0 points. Then today we are 50 now. Between the champion and us, it's just 5 points. What do you want me to say? We have the players who the people don't know them. Today, these players are stars. And we play, we fighting from the bottom one day. One day, I don't know, I'm not joking. We lead the league just 24 hours.
Entiano and summer head coach Edema Accra Hac-Cer football party at Abubakar Watara at the 2 January 7 at the Amana Unim Soko Pyramid League on a team Eberian teams are a relegation Accra Lions almost relegation Lagos Cities a relegation after Swatchama for so a relegation at 7 and so Amana after some more relegation I say or say 3 teams so as ever can wanna be beyond as a team conquer for the 2025-2026 season and also ever start and channel now ukopia there 3 teams are a team qualifier every division 1 league no a team PMO or the Ghana Premier League no top flight no say and it ukopia 11 wonders almost a team qualify for playoff and a team qualify from zone 1 no and so and sensena ukopia that so draw all blacks for so a team promotion almost PMO and so or the Ghana Premier League and after Ho United almost a qualifier almost PMO or the Ghana Premier League no next season 2025-2026 season yada ho sam and so ma ye from near common on and sorry so our Jumedian and data ukopia the UEFA Nations League no and so etimi ekọ so ukopia the 3rd and 4th no etimi e Barcelona finals no etimi e Barcelona 3rd and 4th no say and copy after some match in Yakoye no na Germany up against France and etimi ekọ say we no na France etimi at Germany abom mekabie no a etimi ensim adabraka Kylian Mbappe otimi eshego esanso e assist no and e man of the match and so was that game where the whole seminal and so man over PMO out the finals and so the Portugal up against Spain match in Korea no ekoye 2-2 and so El Honoma but Abranto Timiji man of the match no Nuno Mendes no etimi ehye goal esanso assist boy Cristiano Ronaldo etu etimi ehye goal and dem call extra time penalties no and ekoba na say ekopiem dia Spain and as Portugal etimi ehye Spain 5-3 on penalties and map Portugal form etimi crew no edc omonas we ukopiem away at the second time Portugal, I said the first team, with me, ISR, and with me at the Nations League, no, at Tuasumino, I don't know, and so Emma, I was shown, now brought in the team, and Nuno Mendes, no, after so, a most valuable player, our Martin, no, also, and about tournament, in the player of the tournament, no, yes, sounds so at the man, and Bibia, a team, a conquer, I don't know, and so they said the Nations League, a Cristiano Ronaldo, on it, Portugal, and a team at GC Monaso, I don't know, and so Emma, I was shows na Robert Lewandowski onu so sia kan Edema Barcelona the national team no Paulo Roberto ja say head coach no host sia no apparently Mashano or Chimas a coach way or none of because so a coach Poland for the nya say obviously a kind Edema Police or so trusty coach no and so and sense me who some and so Emma I will show us now Baba Kwanedin at Coco Gaffa or no Baba or American or tennis and all boys said Barbaro at me and make history said Oko PM dia ye Bano American near with me France I call the France open dia or no and or second person waiting me after Serena Williams etimi GM 2015 ababa way and so etimi agibia ye don't some and so Emma e wo show no se medical ye hwe ne mfa agodem se bobo no and na peri nyina ye mfa ne nyina and so ensina job situation no and so entoaso emfa emma yeti we can say the sports monarch and after justice ebotira the boy everybody them say producer me ametina say and opemire 7 Ebrometin I'm showing the praise himself F to the A and DY fund the twa ho ba ye ba job as jubile no to aso
Mesi menananu aguru basa abi bragro tibedo imlenu na ma premaye hojo.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye diagro na yes edu mre bi kra na me ba no timide omo be gumi so weekend no.
Hey, mumle
memre I don't think I'm a catcher or say, yeah, no, Medi garlic capsules. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well. Medi garlic capsules. Yes, Medi garlic capsules.
Medi-Moses garlic capsules. What Mamoja dini paduanimu efusani ye. Na esese obani berema mahona wonding. Ubenya edroi bi ato omanyimu pharmacy store freyen 050-349-4885. Edroi enya mamofra enyendi mfie dumienu. Apemfo ene ema emanofo. Medi-Moses. Wunni how FDA ajijwe di nkratui atum.
Adolfo yɛtiɛtiɛ obi bia ɛma obi bia kwaba sonko kora abusua yare bɛn ɛna ɛhawo yare bɛn na ayɛ kwan kora wodi akyinkyina wonya ano yie ɛnde to bray na me come for Lionage Clinic Ghana ɛmfama ahanko ɛna abepie mu a yɛde bibiduro ɛsaw yare ɛma wonya nsunsunsanso bani bia abusua sɛ yarefo ɛbepie mu ɛwɔ Lionage Clinic Ghana doctor bi odo ahobrase ne ahofama sonko kora ɛna hwɛ yarefo no ɛma ne tono abusia sa uba bepiem wa haseya yesa enam yare bi te say syphilis gonorrhea candidiasis jaripo do na nim se a friend of white no ye ya pabeni ewom ewa hase abusia oya bema ukosine ni ma wontimi mu adwuma emiema mo okiafo na Lionage Clinic Sebra no fa bibidro ama wonyina wo na so se bema mapa se wo so so yoba anasa warefo mo peba wonya bi machina bre brabe piemu ewo Lionage Clinic Ghana na obeti abofra sun ewo ofie
adofo a mo hwe me mo so fu kofiti ebe kakra ne me yare ana me da ho madam fu bi ba no nchen no introduce Lionage Clinic Ghana mami na me tu na mo no me koye ne mo hwe me omo me duro ene me ho atome ti wa wo hwe me a the leaders wasa me kan full Lionage Clinic Ghana ma se usu tu na mo bra na bunya wayarsa.
Assalamu alaikum. Na zo nan ga asibiti ne amma ciwon da na zo da shi na ga an treat na samu sauki. Yasa duk wanda zai zo musulmi duka yayi kokari ya zo nan wannan asibitin ga da zai samu sauki da saukin kuma kuɗi ba wani charge. Insha Allah da samu sauki.
Hello everyone. My name is Dr. Maxwell Aziz Mensah. I'm the founder and senior doctor of Lionage Clinic Ghana. Our mission is to provide you with exceptional herbal medicine treatment and holistic healthcare to all our patients. With our team of dedicated staff and innovative treatment, we are here to support you to becoming a healthier you. Thank you for trusting Lionage Clinic Ghana. Lionage Clinic Ghana, your #1 healthcare expert.
Na ede na ya obayi a oda forma so ne yafunu mu emunumuni.
Oh Mr. Entry also yare ya titi be benfie pi nanso ne yam nyono da se me chew no ahodo amato a me hunu hwe a ebe ya nwanwa
menyi ni se what ulcer tamfo Hac-Cer capsules any Hac-Cer mixture yanum bom kotia ulcer no bia ma no anom anka ne ho ato no dadaada ulcer dro de eno ani Hac-Cer capsules any Hac-Cer mixture
ankom ni nkyeremu
ulcer yekura eto yefunu ene ensunu mu etuma wo yefunu ekeka wa wogire ho a enye ulcer etumi ema wo ye cheko ebra wadidi awie so how eye ulcer de a compare Hac-Cer capsules any Hac-Cer mixture nanum bom na ho ebeto
pedudu atu a ko okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takradi AA Mensa Anafre 02038228855 Apinfo abatanya woma won mofra no fo ene mofra woni mfiedu mienu enka ho Hac-Cer capsules ene ne mixture
ulcer tamfo ede age adwade nkrato yi atom
Invitiasia no menene kunu eware wo odro ene asumdwe kwanso yawo wie na chi no mene kwacho ba hotel pop pebi say be sepeo
What? A team from Sokra na maye.
Bibia wo nyankopon sem. Ekoba ne sa me kunu antinase.
Edro botu wajo eye Edek SM Bitters.
Wah. Eni gia befi. We na me de yem Bible. Edek SM Bitters. Tima se mama me.
Sa wa worry mu enije bewie wo paya na sa wumpom agrodie ebeye akwana
na ye kamfo edek SM meters.
Mrs. Wa oyemiyo nyina monome no okọ one time edek SM meters where dia mama
hey oba wa fa yefunu ene oba oma ne ba enufu enumbi wo ye be ma na wonya 18 na wontumi enum FDA agi edwadie nkatoi.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to Accra.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks. Check.
Auto checks. Your safety, our priority.
Check. Auto checks.
Miara. 7:25 and pay Atanasi with Dwabo Ase Power 97.9 FM Samsung TV XYZ Fire Live affair now joining I am our Kwabas from Kosokra everybody media so bodwane data say anes or my sembia esisi aso near a high any sembia ye betumi aka beboa ma man na konkan no na no ho nsem na ye de brem obrempo akwaba bibia boko
nyango pandom
ano pay some no doso e wo hase ya ye bon ho nkomo nurse for strike enu achi no so no amafo gusu ka eye sa 1 cedi levy na ye say ye de akwakotu eye fuel so no
okay
enu so ye ho nsema koso but the your friend is saying MPA MPA
yes
paying power MPA Godwin Edu Tamakro akasa wo kire mu say sa 1 cedi levy no on de ogitum pa se ade a ebebo man no nemum ano rem kakra but Ghana frontier say oha wo ho eti ye de so oha na
no na ye nyina ye ho atimi atoye
exactly
Piesie wo ha no kra na nka nhyeda anya oha bi asa no krepa na make sure no see baby say ho a
so how wo $3.1 billion
$3.1 billion
yes paketo o
and the energy sector ho what's aban yitua I was on my Ghana the tua. Now, January, near 12 liter of force saying. Messi, me say, a quan bear soon obey energy sector levy, act here Modia Bay, a quan bear soon on Befas Wagiscano. A bit of gradually say, drivers in the beginning say, and Kaoko for a winner do station hall, may to one gallon, Utoria near Say Arabia force the versus near account, Debbie Piesie. Now, the amma says he can ubet your cra womb. Medical says she say, and Kaban bet me a ye, Concancha Ghana from Kagana for Muda. nanso ekwan ben na katwitwi di abeda energy sector ho abribia edidum so ebren asoman no ekwan ben na yefa so aso Piesie
ye be ba be di sa enkomo no enti sayenya owura Edu Tamakula ye ne betwetwe so na ye National Petroleum Authority penyi enti we petroleum for asem enti ono no yenya na ebetumi ne na abosa enkomo no but next for strike no so ya de anu den na Injunction e ba ye nyina echi still na am say womun ko adwuma ba ma yen ko bisa Papa Maxi bebi ogira na yen hwe say anes for na ba adwuma na womun ba adwuma Papa Maxi ma che
Piesie mejo so anope
bibi aboko
Adam
na ugina hefa anope
sisi amaba bidu Adabraka Polyclinic
Adabraka Polyclinic na wo anope nurse for no ba adwuma ene
nurse for ni ha Piesie miyanchi ati boni afefo na anope
okay
like na nurses no akwo my Ghana mo no aha gen pa esan say unim Adabraka Polyclinic said ye at this time saying nipa wa ha bebre a wo mo ba beji ayaresa nanso no sa bre me no ba bedru hanoma yedin nipa hu wo mo ye nipa ba ko mienu adwumayefo a se bi wo mo siesie hanomo no enne eye nipa ba ko mienu bi a wo mo wo pharmacy ana se wo mo wo eye lab ena wo mo wa o ba be hwa ha hu nurse ni ba kokra e wa hanomo ama ahanomo aye edimpa na mene eye empanyimfo ni bi din komo ana se wo mo nso a wo mo beji ayaresa no oba ba ko o se enne no oba review but oba aye no obi ani hanomo ena ye wo bi nso wo honomo a o se oba no oba beji na edru ninti na ebi enne no waba na o hwe se ni ahanomo ni sitia ahanomo no abeye bebi a serve communities bebre there is a see many workers say begina emergency hanomo na begina no pie obia ni hanomo next means ha na campese patient di crampo aba enu ti no eye Adabraka Polyclinic hanomo ayidi oba hanomo say bi omo cleaning hanomo any security for any nipa ba ko mienu bi na ewa hanomo wo hwe ward so ababi ayagi nipa eto a chese atutupununum na chese obia enda honomo ewo hanomo eti
so far na me hwe ewo TV school friends screen so no OPD no chese nipa ba kokra ente ho which means say amanfo na te say nurse for no cost strike enu nti na wo mo ma ana say te say yangaza
mene eye panyi ba ko di nkomo ompese ni din ebeba eye radio so
no problem
say no obi ba hanoma this is for private hospital because nurses ni ha a mo beboa ama ma ye adwuma me ne panyi ba ko so owo eye laboratory honomo no edi nkomo say bibi o ho e we nka nurse de bre no a this is wo noa na o move na wo ye na ade enu nti na de wo haba e wo eye strike here nurses akọ e wo my Ghana mo no here me no ka say me hu se wo pemfo ba ko bi eba ta wo ba no ebia wo ba for ebia review and now say wo ba na wa ba na ya hye then so nurse for edi hanomo no obeye dey say wa ba na just ebia wo sign na wo ko enti no ba hanomo a hanomo ayedi e wo hanomo a tete bibia nkoso e wo eye Adabraka Polyclinic hanomo sia hanomo na nkasa bre nke nipa wa ha bebre e na me ne ba ko di nkomo o se sa bre be check wo mu sugar e no mo ba be check wo mu ne ma wo wo eye BP ne eye mo beji wo moduro se se hwan na eba because obi ani ho no mo be hwe wo mo ama wo mo e hu se no mo sugar no edru se ya na se edru se enu ti no strike na nurses na akone de Piesie e de wo how kete e na abre o my Ghana e wo
the way now we see can some na utwa mfonyini no e de kire yahwefo na etiefo no na kire se Ghana ha emiamia bebiri na wo ho asa de no so ekoso a doctor for dem call strike but a nurse for na ya wo mo ne amanfo sa OPD cases no wo mo ne amanfo edi nkita ho ansa na ye de wa ko doctor wonti a nurse for anya adwuma na akwakwa ya asem yenim se sa hwe akwakwa ye no ho bibie wo ho ama ya te Injunction bi se aba ene ade uduru ono a doctor for no e kan wono ma asem kire wana nya doctor bia ene ne kan e ho asem because ne enim ne say Ridge Hospital dia doctor for no say wo mo bre pa because a nurse for no ma edwuma na okopiem wa Adabraka Polyclinic ho say na doctor for nika.
Yes, you mean nya doctor bia ni nkomo esan say doctors any nurses ene ye edwuma the nurse be ye no dia bre doctor na doctor achi no nso no dia wo say wo ye no wa ye dia boa eye patient no say no nurse ni ho no ma oba na wa ba be ye bibi na wo dia boa no nti nipa no kra ma na campus doctor na nka say in the office na wa ba be hwe eye o yarefo no ana say obi a wo ba be gia yaresa no enu nti no say no hwe ha no ma say de me kan na ha no ma ye din ma me nkoye ma mi a wonyema wo wa ha no mu si ente mi tan say anope wo be ye dey Piesie everything in the albano we can ye papa ma me na mi bi tan say anope die and the dinaba openi me mo achi mo akwa ba de ba power FM TVS wise so that's it. Okay nipa cho aha no mo ye clinic ye je ayarehwe say nurses eko eye strike waba hanomo e die na do waba hanalo
who from it I can be movie doctor I don't know how this me buy I will say I had this out I feel na so me share the ABC
e fa hin na wo waba Adabraka Polyclinic
free mama obi na beba
who free mama obi na ba o hom pa o ba be hu doctor ko ba ye no nurses cost strike when you will be a check you ubi pine ni o say check dia
nya afina me gusu ya process mission wa ho penye bia o say me ko room 2 na me ko shade me o say check card go for her.
Okay Piesie na che say opanyin no ne die no che say ne hododo no ya wo no nso no waba ya enne onya wo bia enne no enkasa ya na say nipa no ehwe no but the idea obinya doctor ni no by nurse for there ankasa buru beduru anman anu bebre ya wo ne nam anu ma wo mo ekoba ne eduma no nurse ni ba akokra ni hanu mo o mi nyina awu fi ya o mo nso no di wo mo hori bia na se o mo strike mu ko si se ebia akoma tomo beba na wo mo nso etimi aba eduma iti Adabraka Polyclinic there bibia nkoso wa hanu mo enede bibia mewura bia no bibia enkoso e wa hanu mo Piesie.
Papa Maxi, my friends, you or the Sabibiania, my Yason, and say it is so free. Wow, now about a Juma, say from Adabraka, your Ridge Hospital, so quite so. For one, I resting a hospital because a Hoya referral hospital, then a doctor for me and nurse for no, send a Honson seminar echo. Why?
Okay,
me that say Papa Max here and some truni and I would say no ebo and como the free a year Adabraka Polyclinic I no ye asupiti no na ehwe amanfo wono mo Adabraka potemu nyina nurse for strike yama se sia kopie mo ho a amanfo no kra ma efri se wo mo nim se nurse for no e wo strike ama amanfo a se wo mbe manage o cases nya de nyina no e ade a wono mo ebeduru ha nurse for emma adwuma ntama adwuma na edin se se ya no akwa ete se a nurse for no wono mu titifie na aka a doctor for no kwa na doctor for no kwa na aka o mo no akwa etorobia na a doctor for ko strike and wo hospital a nurse for no tumi ya wo mu nim kwa va so tro nro kakra ba nurse for ko strike there ya na eno ano odin because wo mo na ese wo mo a yaje o ma to hospital ho ni nyina no wo men na ne nam na o ma hwe na o ma manage o mo cases e bia wo ho aye hye be se nti sa nurse for no ka so wo mo emma adwuma de a nurse asem na no aye din pa because doctor tumi nkotena OPD nti doctor na okotena ne officer wote ho case bia ma because o mo o mbeboa na o ma yi cases no ama doctor ansa aka bi no wono mo ese wo mo majuma because wo makatua ho nsem e yade a enkoyie emfa mo a wono mo akwakotena fie de won na de wo mpane wo bibia wono mo de agu fom nti pharmacist for de wo mo ho a doctor for no ho na nipa wo be push case na ba no eno na akwakoya asem e wo hoi nti court nsensem no akwakosi sen because Friday and I am say Thursday numre and I who say injunction be atumi akwako piemo
the High Court restrains Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association
from
continuing with strike for 10 days
for 10 days.
Yes, High Court Ediaba. It is here Kaimwa. Also, the Industrial and Labor Division of the High Court in Accra has placed an injunction on the nationwide strike declared by the Ghana Registered and Nurses and Midwives Association.
Yeah.
In an order for interim injunction, the court presided over by Justice Priscilla Dikro Ofori described the strike as illegal, ordering the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association to call it off with immediate effect. The order by the court, which was granted on Thursday, June 5th, 2025, followed an ex-party application by the National Labour Commission. Yes. The injunction will last for 10 days, following which the NLC has the option of applying for a further injunction if they wish from the court. But it could only do so by serving notice to Ghana Registered Nurses Midwives Association. So see, Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. Yes, almost say Omonsa intimin kan injunction biaye as it stands now. And yadi Omonsa timi kan injunction biaye. And from on the 5th, which is Thursday, last week Thursday, sa court, High Court the injunction, editor sa strike issue no. One more part say you serve your mana. One more huni say court a catch them say strike or more illegal. It is sabre anka one more nyai sa strike no more kono and go back to their various hospitals. One more year juma DJ and Crawford kwa Piesie. Thank you. Nanke be fast over nurses no call back Piesie nka yen call the various hospitals. Now say private hospitals na choki. Because a hope no more year juma ehwe say ayarefo eba ho no ometia ma o mayaresa. Sanyesa anka within these days nurses and midwives shopping for a war akano na Piesie wakwa do hospital say or koni akoje na war no obedu na midwife ni ho obeje na war again ne besi otimi hwere ne nkwa otimi hwere ne one ne ba nyina nkwa eti nurses for no the health minister or health ministry na atonsa their frewom say they should come for an engagement bibia wo no mon sign metnase no mon ka ho asem. So I don't see the reason why I was say omubu o masugu sa we ni na so me so omo de ayibia baba to say release bia ba say omo reject say engagement our health ministry person ni omo ye no na fe mo be de no maso of yasem no ade bi e ha mu nti a midwives and nurses sabre mutifie na mo nkwadwuma na madwuma nka mo masoe ana mo soe se mo beji nipa nkwa makwakoto aso eyede asem nko asabre mo nsan mra ne yentina se amose mo ma de eye mo fese sia ne se nipa behwere mo nkwa Piesie nti ene adabraka polyclinic hwe
o na yesa amanfo no ayesa amanfo so obi
ntimi nko nko gya yarehwe enipa hodo e be fa ho ahwere mo nkwa e wo sa action ya nurses na take no Piesie enye easy nti High Court na I don't know say bia wo mo edi injunction ato na wo ma ni so no kwan ben bi no betimi asan fa so bi o
say because say injunction ne ba just say yes serve enti minim say mpanyimfo no na omunya omun serve omunti na omunya mba e dia but mpanyimfo no so na wo mu di group ne mate say ompanyipa no so kwan o se den sana na metete
what to kwan ya your reps wo ho your omukasa from last way ma try minim mpanyimfo bebre na ma try so omu na ma ba kokore go through na just say eyeda say that's me for wa metimi ayi akyew numbers bebre omo hwan me bese mebobodin na akoye bibi sei
William Stogbo to add the message about Facebook Power FM Facebook no Power 979 FM Facebook page no whatever but so say if they are not ready to work they should be replaced by with the unemployed nurses at home.
Piesie nkabebo at least for now
that say we Ghana labor laws
minimum labor laws no see enyi wadi ba ye po biesi hwa no beji nipa nkwa sesi a enti aban ni wuwi a bra obeba na kwan ne da ho
the way into me
see that be Piesie ye obi adi
ye obi adi but untumi nya sa ade
enti ye hwe ne nipa nwu life a ye ntimi fama so now what's the next option then we say see
enti ye say ye call health ministry ona ye kobo
bibia wo mo hwehwe no eye nseseye nurses and midwives the amount of gina so some nkwadwuma bi ensese ya omo ne aban na weden ebeye enye one day adwuma ne ma wo se etena se ne edi hu nkomo enti adan na mo nko back enko ye madwuma mo mpanifo ho wo de okay aban ya ye bi eye Yes, why you be a giant cassette to us. Say, see, I quack with my name, yen penny phone. Yes, I'm a bear bosumi bako. The NT man ye call strike near CN Yajumabiono. Ye Pacienti one sembu. Ghana for Behu say, Mudri Nipaho, Womajuma Mayaho. Basabre, Ministry of Health, ya reject engagement, ya ye say, Enti Nipan Kosungu. Because my working conditions ni nyama bi nkoyie enti sabre mo gya adwuma na to ana we understand you nurses ni midwives yete mo ase nanso ba bi amode ko na anodin enipa na hwe ne nkwa yentimi mfemba back bio enti se unemployed nurses ni wo ha bi se de ntia wo mo betimi aye adwuma no a yenko mumum alisanto time wa aban no ene mo be yie nhyehyɛ ya mo pɛ mo mra na mafem adwuma na mo ye ne yenko because yentimi nkoso mani pa hwere omonkwa no
asabana kwakoye bibia wo ho ese nya labor expert na wo mo ne ebon komo efa sasemu hu se yensa company for so free Ministry of Health so ye ne wo ebon komo but it looks like among for wo mo wo fie buafu bibiri na buafu messages a wo mo de ba kirem se wo mo nya adwuma wo mo nya adwuma no yemfa wo mo meso it's a coherent of about see JDMs will employ new nurses and forget about those who are on strike. Where were they during Akufo-Addo's time?
Uni me pesa asemo krebe no political. Say
minim politics
media wo kana
because so ne aban bi akoye nhyehyɛ na sa aban foforo aba waba ba inherit kane ejapade nyina wa inherit ba waba na ose omunya abotre mate committee kitwa ye de ba ba hwɛ monema na mone aban dada no etena ase abokan say yebetumi a mind you yakɔ IMF eti Ghana ha ye sikasem bi nyama bebre ndaye ba say John Mahama no na ban no ase watumi ayere no ho ama nyama bi ase Ghana fa ase ne me koyi aban ho kire no pa o aiso odwan no odwan ho TV pa ba won because of the hunwini so that is what is happening it is say obiti baby obaka so joma ba de ayase amamoni koyi ni ade ba sikasem ntoto ye
yes
enkoyi o
wo mo pa ho akire wa obeti ase na mom wose wagye atum onfa blame ni mo bia oye campaign okwa apro okasa ni nyina no he knew the state of the economy yenyina na report eba free the various platforms are one year of survey for economy e to for no his excellency the president now na o kan bi no hwe bi ono ankasa so am panida a membo no nimu enti so timu na se bibi nko ya no hunu enti sabre waje atum se onfa complain mo bia onfa blame mo bia obe solve enu nti na eniema ayese bibia aye normal eniema sifa across on by you see sankan from abebo ni ye hu akokɔ to ba bia woto nkosua fi ba anka Ghana fo be hu ekuro ene wo osai a ato man Ghana Piesie anka mo be hu edi saa time yi aban be tena so bosomi nsiamu ne awura yi se wo ye organization and institution bia na usika semwa bia wo ni previous aban ne kra na di ye na saa bre within 6 months so also be call strike also be demonstration a deliberate na wa sheda if the president na TV so can say the country has been criminally managed by MPP. Yes,
as a Ghana crime scene.
A crime scene. And see, Sanyama when you know what you're saying, you know, I feel increment or the public sector crowd, no, or the Ahimbo
10%.
Only labor food or stretchly woman dientia aban 10%. Woman tia semano, woman repemuno, Sanyama ye ya or bet to me mom, and then tia say by into institution be a woman ya buying one share, if I usika home, if I working condition home, a year casa. Ayantiasie na sabre na yakɔ strike nurses na nipa ewu na nipa ɛkɔ ha ne otiti mu won so ye nurse ayama nkyerɛkyerɛ se kɔ na kɔgye nipa nkwa enti nipa ni wu ansa ne waba benyane no anasa wo ye ndade so I think if they are not willing to go back there should be an option I bet me abo saving for life. Yes, anya Saudi I better to say any baba ho so ansana wo mo se o mapene no na nipa ahwe o mo nko man mu no ne ye ka ne sen so the microphone kan me ne o mo ya adwene
anese fo nyina ba adwuma kra ene dan sen
yes
na wo makwakote fie
na o makote na fie
no we are not saying say wo mo ni issues ni there wo ho because I know I'm making kind some article be say nurse ni bi troy a wo kire say anese fo I say oshenkani no say oshenkani benya accident a car
yes
no the benya
yes
and nurse for wo mo ehwe nipa etumi for mo adwuma num nya yare
very true
nurse for one manya your friend is saying omanya your friend say omo friend say needle prick say den omo fa your friend say prophylaxis say ende because obi a ye de pane awo no so utiranye na esan wo wa enura ye de ma ona onom no etise ne wonti wiase wadwe nyina afiri wiase eti anese for bre for that we know anese for bre pa o me kwa kope bibia bedi ene mbeye de nenam nese ni kwa koju obi nkwa na wafa so anya yare wonom yare de bia wo mo fa yare no wo adwuma wonom doso eti o mo kasa o mo your friend say wo mo condition of service wo mo working conditions say aban ne ye bibi e de fa hone ade we understand you but you should understand say this is also a new government afei na wo pe baby di ne tuasi ansana wa hwene ma ekoso eti se wo pe baby di ne tuasi ahwene ma ekoso wo ne mo atena se na mo hia na ya kasa se o mo nya abotre a anka me free say nka we nka nu kwan say nurse for because Nana Akufo-Addo Abreso and I agree with people who ask and say Nana Akufo-Addo Abreso na nurse for no yes yenim say engagement be na akoso aban no Nana Akufo-Addo aban no agi tumu say obeye bibi it is aban we aba we all know say when you come to government you inherit debts any bibia ye di jawa e dey aswa okay eti yenim but aban ni say munya abotre me ba muntwen one case won't tell what me ba betwem nkaka because aban no say see an worry align near bebre because of Ghana ye kayede so when you listen to economists woman sama or more can say Ghana hasn't started servicing its debts no bebre and unti na akwa to say dollar na is stable no it is a Ghana ye de ka bebre ya start ye tu no and no echi no utu teacher for ka utu nurse for ka utu aban adwuma for ka say sika no doso eti aban ni pese ototo niema na onya fundamentals ni right nti e bia by the end of this year next year no na bia we be start na wa tototo niema bia doctor for salaries ni ade teacher for na afi ni ekokokoso no na watumi aye eti nurse for we de yesremo say injunction na ba minim say savings no ehwo asem akwa akosi but say national labor commission akwa injunction na dey atoso na say 10 days no Thursday say Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I can't 5 days. This is there saying can weekend in count there. Yes. It's a National Labor Commission for no so. You know among kasa. You engagement and also atumia koso. And this is not the time or my nepra or gidi. It is a man penny be aba no say or the enema eba beto to su ye amanafa. And yeah, fain and nurse for because strike. We don't need this at this time.
Debbie, yes, we don't need it. Cry emboa because pressure be brave war, or say yeah to a minor nodding. See, care waste na nodding. Sabre they should bear with the president. It's just let John Dramani Mama because Washington who was say on probably mobia. Okay, they mo be yen she na boa.
Kwabena anopene ye din komodi afa 1 cedi levy na aban de aba Energy Sector Levy Act amended 2025 no GPRTU for say o more cost strike ewo ho Samuel Amoa deputy PRO ma GPRTU o ma so ma mene ne ntwetwe nkomomra ora Samuel Amoa ma che bibia bako de Nyankopon adom ye ho ye pa ye da sese wanya bre ne ye twetwe nkoma no pay e Dwabo Ase dwumadie so Power 97.9 na TV XYZ so anope ye frɛ wa nya bone aban last week na Minister for Finance Dr. Kisalato Force na call parliament na ye de emra foforo bae esla no e wo hoda daba we yesakra mu ama akwakwa ete se sesia no ye oto 1 liter bia of fuel na 1 Ghana cedi na obetua de ama ban ye se energy sector mess na ewo ho no e ka ahodo ewo ho no ya anye ne saa enye yie na mo strike obi be bisa se na se na nka ye tofu 16 cedi 17 cedi nti na aba bedu 12 ne 11 anka adentina mo ne aban ne nya adwen kakra
Yeda se papa manchia oni weti bwa shwani pe ye obi na nse ye ni aban no enyaje yindi ye ni aban ni nandi ise dia ko obi beta so fam no kra na 15 million about the agropia be 12 na agropia be 12 ni no na ye so ma she ni ya tie se dia boss Now I have to do about 15%. That 15% now I say so crap means that I'm getting to 15% because the person now say I any legal pay the person now a pound on one and you have to pay 20% after any share or 1%. Yes, it's 18%, making it many percent. Now the company other companies and also percentage is but the question how much company are paper you can tax it. Yeah, you know, Edu Herbal on one that but only on more economic so the 15% in two. Now the next 5 years you go out on the business okay. That is agreement we do now. Yeah, say other components, you know, so the private money we are share and not to be commercial kind and about boy and yeah, I got a thing the starting the culture of the yeah, the necessary we are finding the Baba camp as well as you see, I know that 95%. The one down above the camp, I'm 1 to be 95%. So we share levies, margins, and taxes the office to the shop. And only the highest so far are buying everything to you. And only after the baby, I'm buying for one area. Number one, only in you. If you say, I can't match and I see a thing to your water. I see a thing to your water. 15% million and Germany. Brian bread. For drivers to comply with this directive, not a yes and because we are completely said, you don't go out of the but you know that I say in a bed, making a day. It's in the baby. So for one idea, and you are buying that you know, you are showing the major people. You are not trying to say out of the farm mission, maybe about the just here. If you be a long person, you put in something. Now, we all the campaign in the against those mentioned something. Not only in the only in the town, in the town, it's the movie or how I guess I didn't tell you what you share the amount. Now they
okay, it is Sabaton Kaya, not just a buying on the one Tanasi and Dinkomo. Meanwhile, so now nominate Energy Ministry, no Casama for to train common, also my stakeholder engagement too.
Never. Before we transport to place of Ghana. Never. We are deputy PR about DPS national. We are so something. You need to be. I don't understand and come. And she almost I am too bad that you can pay the community. I can't a boy. Every boy. If you are seeing if you are seeing something. If you are so something, Papa, I don't know how to out of the party. I'm not going to you don't hear Argentina with the mom. You want to send the town. That's what I said. In that case, I did not have to be able to be a never for the America, and we did 2000 every of how of the report. And you and the Bigama buying the deadline there. On some for 2 months, I'm ready. Not to start on today. Here, you see the non market. You need to
okay. All right. Says no ababa yamra o Ghana ha parliament agiatum. It is abaya or money munsin konyantrance no eden ya na moka.
Papa, emra be Ghana ha parliament agiatum so elejo. Ana mewa.
But when say actually the head say say nya ditum nkwa to send the parliament agiatum na em say 16th ya start ya edwumo.
Papa emre bia emra ye emra emre nipa ya ni nipa mamra nipa na na emra
so person what you saying
ye takre ni obetima takre ama na ye e be ni omu na.
It is a say no atrasena mo kasa no amaso no say 16th year start ade but man panyin so say emma full price and cost because it deny is stable. It is a say yes akokotena se na ye fango bo no ho adwuma ebe gina baby agina na
enoni atendisa ba ko anan ke won ani lo gina ko gina promo ma kan itrao ye papa pa de into when or cancer ni meshia ye wo question ta ho be de bisa no ka area ho no no so me say that explanation because of the other number also be reflection so It is here, only on this year, yes, yeah, yet question the design. Also, the other kind of tapeto, yet that Ghana fortune for Puna and the Adamanu. The other kind of nuclear. It is a little bit training, we are here and we are to be trained at the oh, in a say, I got the immune platform. We are forming, we are drama for designs. I didn't go out and say, I said, it's a very ready mom. We have no idea about it. All the other parts of them. It is not the opportunity. And so I mean, your kind, young way. I'm not sure you are saying some. But when we can't try it like that, but it's not a normally a chance in Pennsylvania, I believe it's a rapport, make sure the other one. Then you have all occasions of a new thing. Can I have this report? Even if you get to be the idea in paper. And this happened at in Pampelin.
Sesiano, social world marketer, petrol no bono air bafom. Nti petrol no bono air bafom sano. Say everyone say sa levy we started on the 16th. That's a petrol bo ever be drew to say 10 cities and 9 cities. Now you can say.
Oh, and you mean the other batman. But what you mean now for you mean the other batman. The banner the visa, and you can start at home. The only bit massive. Not church we are more massive. What they did about what we are about. What do I do? We should not be Java. And the baby or a book, very near my baby, a baby. They also quoting by the way. Actually, I'm about to find what we are quoting. Okay, about only found of nursing or mouth from the young or mouth more and maybe I can't try the implement. That's why I am.
It is a say, Sir Okotofu pump no say saying, so Udru wa price net saying.
The floor price is around 12 CDs, 49 pesos, and 12 CDs, 98 pesos, petrol and diesel respectively. We go to free boy.
My interest in here, and also, Ebeko, say, I no more cost strike no, Ochina.
So far, the Yama buying to see China, we leave the buy and say Yama buying to see on the 10th. Into the back, the close up on the 10th. Not the Madia, maybe another piano, like I said, I need to put on the
it's your China, Esase.
Yama buying a zero after the China, obey not pray and then obey not pray China. But we said we are nation I use there because the China on the 10th, no. We leave the other back on the not buying on the 10th. That is tomorrow. If you after tomorrow, no, that's the answer. And the next day, not to say I love this. Let's say a time to okay.
Na sesi asema Ghana for bebre na kan say asem no ya nya je tumo parliament amana ba ba yemba enti mo ne aban kwatena so no sesi ade na mo pay free no because aban tumi nte sa ade ne so
oh papa then you do
ya nya je tumo parliament amana yemra o
oh papa the council ya ela 21 regulation na after regulation transport sector mra ho do be no ya shepa ba be me kai mra ba to be a person brother ni to for the value that show driver and passing ya come to a change mo ni na ya bet you be jointly part e wo mra ni what is the passing ya ni to wa value that mra ba to be a party that ko dina pa ngo so I say pa e kan say pa driver ni na wo party ya no so ko dina no so I say
but the reality is that samra be want to be say ya to men sesa no anya aba aban na fa so de tia energy sector na ka hodo a ewo ho etina Ghana fo bi bisa se ntena se na mo pe no mo de yeden
entra se na ye pe no ye pe sa tawe ye pe se ye so adi adi ye ke bishia na ba be tia kan ye di adi kire e fa ko ma aban
wadwen kire wo mra we hu no akwa te say na wa te say na wa to asawa de aboss na taso it won't make any difference because parliament anya je to me we no na me person me ma otiase na won so
papa America say ya do kire be say ya to asawa aboss na taso dia eni enso say etia ya be ma ban na tia say yes the human they private transport corporation aban to ka mo ya
asamana America no men kasa ma ban but me na nim na America say emra no ya nya je to me we etie bia za bere ya mo say afa na mo nso mo pesa mo de mo adwen kire ko no ya nya je to mama na emra eti wo de adwen kire ko a it won't make any difference.
Oh, sometimes it can make difference and sometimes it can make difference. Na me sometimes say the company say aban ti be to sa pele di adwen kire ko not the other career of so on the on theater and the offer and the and also the private transport corporation. Tafachi, a bank of Cambodia, young the opposite room, accepted, don't forgive them about very interested. So they are so car, so the years you might be on board. It is a bonus. I am sure that they find the password. This you must provide the human. Okay.
Mate, my efa en community a bibiania ya besa ba makachi biom asane ma ba betwetwe nkomo ora Samuel Amo deputy PRO de ma GPRT on out say ye no ebon nkomo no ya dana se ewo mra wanya de amaye questions amanfo bisa me say ya nya ade na to eti wo say wona aban metena say aban no
and say briefly said me to the best of my knowledge I the finance minister Dr. Kasiel Atoban Forsen okochire mu omra she bidwem no o say sa 1 cedi ya ye de to liter so yi enye se wo be kopompo na watu ka na yakoji scan wo ho anase ye be tie free bi wo sika bi ekita mu o pese wo cedi na ho odi na ba begina so one crude na wo world market na so e ba form into automatically e be ma ye mfu o
no no kra bo be san ba
form more. Enti me no can say the next window week mu a wo mo be kwa kohwe pricing no
and knife enti say by Thursday
enti
by Friday no na ye hu new
fuel price eso san ba beti name of this time around no said sa 1 cedi ba be hyase a wo mo ebia wo say the next pricing window no be kra na wo say eti so 2 cedi bio e de magana for eno no be hwan 1 cedi na 1 cedi na kam enti wo driver ni na gaza kra no say nye pe na ban yi pese wo kana Ghana for nyina hu transparency a anka bi kra nko mo be ba mane e ba mo be tinka hu no the American say what you say
because
you wamra enti an American transparency and say emra be ye me kaka ye me amadwene na me de kasa asem de keke enti sabre yi enya de ye be tufu o mama GPR to you for wo mo betu mama Ghana ni bia na mum fuo no
Ghana for be
yes fuo no be ba form na mum omo beja 1 cedi na sem wo bre ko omo te so said ye be ya o mbetimi di say sika no asiesie dum so any energy sector $3.1 billion IPP sika eda ho a ye ntimi ntua what I say when you are there was senka ye som near town man pani achi
all right so obodwe mo mame 5 minutes after 8 anope my yes anko Papa Maxi ho or Ridge Hospital Papa Maxi
yes
Ogduru regional situation it is saying arrest for strike no
adabraka no sa pepepe NTA wo Ridge pano
Ridge Hospital hospital kese pa Greater Accra Regional Hospital I just say referral center de ma asupiti nketenkete a wo Greater Accra region uduru ona se yantumi aye se Fabra Ridge ana fa kokolebu nti no hospital kese sa no e de nhyehyɛ na empanyimfo a wo hode ato akwam se na be ya se ye de amanfo ba ho a enkoye ka
okay piesie me ba be duru Ridge no ministry security for din komo almost say me koko hu administrator eti me call administration block num na me call ye do na to wo almost say omunye obi omu betime ne me akasa disappear any betime ne me akasa ewo asema aba no ho mako PR department omo eni ho no mo enipa mienu a omo wo PR department won mo no omo ma me dru adwuma mu na me bisa administrator ewo eno mo say administrator waba but all call rounds after 10 year situation no etitie ejino sabia me wo rate ha no me pieje doctors next omo pay tuma kama but nurses no and a nurse ni ba kokra ni ha no me oba patient people e wa ha no mo ya omo e ba be ja yaresa nenso no enam say nurse for eni ha no mo nti no omo tete ho no mo because o say nurse ni and e di kan no taking the vitals ni bibia and san what their command doctor ni na doctor ni so aye ne o oye enam say nurse ni eni hono mu ntino obia ete hono mo ma me ba ko amene ni ti nkomo what say wo ba ye ne say no nurse ni hono ma omo behwe no ene dia ekeka ho itiri wo kopi onimi ni bekie
okay enfonyina wo twade aba no yahu eye sene se lipa yare a okọ asupiti a baby a obekwa akotena na ya take your vitals ne ade ya hu se ehwa ehwie but within some fonyini na wotwa na ye hwe e TV so no me hu se emaya bi hye green a wono mo na ebe yi wo mo nso ye nurse fo ben no
wo mo ye nurse fo a wo mo no e wa hare ne se si a me no ka se kura me hu nurse fo ni bi o mo hye green ni bi a wo mo ba na se si ana wo ba no binim ba bi kura wo ko wura
okay afena mahu efonyi ni ye pa na chese mahu se wono mo nsa no so white baako ena ho nti me sure se wono mo ye asukufo a wono mo eba ho ebe ye adwuma nti wo mo de wo mo gusu ye adwuma nti se saafo yi wo OPD a adenti na amanfo eba beduru ho a yenya obi ema ne hwe wo mo
se ebi o mo leadership no ema wo mo ekwan se wo mo enye adwuma na me no ka san Piesie me ko eye labor ward makwa ne nam ho no mo me hu se senior nurses ni bi e wo ho but o mo si wo mo nkasa edu ko labor ward a senior nurses ni bi wo ho no mo ya wo mo e wo ho hwe wo mo ma wo no ene wo mo nso a wo mo ba be wo no na mpu no wo mo se o mo de o mo enkasa ene wo mo nye enye right person o se wo mo no na o mo ekasa e wo asema aba ne hu ti no je se o mo mpanyimfo e na wo mo ebe de ebe kasa iti sabia me no kasa de enipa bebre etete ahanoma wo mo pese nurse beba na wo mo aba be hwe wo mo na kuma ko hu doctor esan se wo how kese e na aba nipa na enya nurse ni ama na hwe na den wo ko no ko hu doctor se dia doctor enhwe no na ne ya de kono no o ma ne do tede na dabra kase no sa pepepe e na ye great enso no etie doctors ne de o mo wa ha but nurses no and a woman are made juma ewa hanomo.
Papa Maxi, my info here, the bompempe na hwese obenya mpanyifo ni bi no ma di nkoma na chire wache agwa homa so e de amaye ya da se one e kasae Max so amankwa ye Papa Maxi na wote ne nka no obrempo
Piesie
ni akoya no
egusu koso egusu ko necessary no midwives no nkwa adwuma me ya omo titifie eti ye hwe His Excellency the President say enne we are now week mu me anti wa no kasa
ya Tony Goodman sa won fire call nanka pese ye hu say Ministry of Health no e bia over the weekend calls omo ye mpe omo ana on pese omo hyehyɛ omo akwa kosisen eti Tony Goodman wote ye nka ye frɛ fa why
na benefo no kana bebere nso atena plane mu atui sa ne ate no
me kwa
omo ye strike na no full plane said de be ya ye nya ne nkasa sa ne ate no e bi ni o manum so medical catch say 50 Thursday ni ankasa mabomodia
afrefrem telephone bia
enko bia na manko number se no wa mo ya mebubodin de njo medu bo mo phone di phone na to do not disturb no
but the thing is that Sabria me no ka say obi eda OPD baby etiem
Piesie
ese ye hwe no
da bia akwanhyesi o man da bia akwanhyesi enti ubedu emergency ward obi na ya tie sinse ho nurse ni wo ba obi ni ho look at this
my Jomato hospital no hamon so na ehwe mo apart from said doctor Erba ben na ho anopa no obi case say you managing 1 hour
yes
doctor nya sa abre no e nurse for na yes ade no
omo de drip ni ade be ba be sisi so be check your pulse be check your sugar be check your nema omo akotena fie omo so omo nya adwuma ni bio nti omo da hospital si ade at risk omo de da ho nyina why na yes adwuma ni nyina ade ama omo enti empanifo nkasa omo nye animanim ya enne ni ochina omo de no mo hwe because niema no ya de Piesie
asabana kwa bibi ho baby a wo situation it say fa adwenkyere bra na yenkenkan enso e wo hana enso yehu sene esi konti Facebook Power 979 FM yetwo ni nyina bom Power 979 FM YouTube XYZ Broadcasting Limited enti wo bo XYZ Broadcasting no kwa obehu ye say yetwagu live ho a enya sam keto fa adwenkyere enso e bra ho ye be kenkan ena TV XYZ on Facebook obetumi de adwenkyere no enso aba your WhatsApp number na 020 8984166 020 8984166 4166 wo frɛ anasa wo send o message ye betumi akenkan enso e de amount bright afezuke or say Piesie, what is the definition of resetting? The proposed one Ghana city levy is to help JDM reset a country which has been criminally handled. Okay, I'll pay more if the need arises. Okay, bright. Yeah, that's it. Kofi Simon, see, JDM is also the cause of all this. Apenyo Markin said that the MPP will not give the NDC government peace to govern. What has the NDC, what has he and the security services done about that utterances? Okay. Must we live in a country where some political class must speak rubbish and be left off the common person be and the common person be arrested? Okay, obisa question. Professor Marosi was say afenyo ma kene ka answer no ade ntina ye investigate no. Eti ono no person che say na kan kakoi de akwa it say minority for no and as MPP for no ewo ensabi wom. The MPP is bleeding in opposition. We Jibril Alas and Lamin and all this message about open de twan ho na menko for short commercial break. Come to me the wadwen channel so aba ewo Facebook no so Power 979 FM na TV XYZ and also to me the wadwen channel aba later on the show making canning na at the amount adeko ano say can the government apply for new workers? And that forms how what can it try but and that forms how ya wamra ukruma Kofi Randolph, I say I'm Kamba Randolph, watching you live from outside Ghana. Okay, JDM so employ new nurses. Yeah, some more. I'm to Ghana for be lie as they are watching the show. Anyway, Mensa Kano Eda so ewo ho anopa bia me ba me chesika and me 500 Ghana cedis nipa 4 and I'm decide sika na chomo na kwan obefa so awon sa be ka bi nie. Sir, o use MTN and na se Telecel na se o momo na kwens kakra wo ma what the answer say? But *274#. What na what you Power FM? Any option 1. Which you Power FM? Yeah, baby, a ebesa do akono. Baby, a ubetwa ticket no. Nti kodo kotwa bi ticket ba ko bia 5 Ghana cedis. Ano pay nipa 4 ebedi 500 Ghana cedis. Enti ano pay me 2000. Enti won so no. We ya wada on so betuma nya bi. Enti wo di momo no etua ka. Ya be ma message say what to me about draw ni be e Mensa ka platform ne so na sa platform we NLA National Lotteries Authority omo Caritas platform no and am I kwan say ye to me this agudie we so eche sika nti Mensa ka promo no ye anopai nti wo so twa bi MTN and a Vodafone wow you so so o momo nkwan de obetuma atwa ticket no ba ko bia 5 cedis nti wo twa me no 10 cedis nti se o pese utwa ticket no 5 obo 5 shewa ebe 225 obo 10 shewa eno so ebe 250 Ghana nti twa ne bebre the more na utwa no na wona ma ne dos wo draw no nti ye hwili a obo se onama no ebe tuma pie se onama no ba beto screen ne so a na che se wo no wadi 500 Ghana cedis no eno ma mefro obi ansa na won saka o na matos na mumuni ba wo fo no so pen now call me *274#. This one my yanko for short commercial break. Yaba to adwumadi ni so nkomo twetwen bebiri na wo ha ye de ebre wo de ane se obema fidi na kai ha Dwabo Ase e Power 97.9 FM na TV XYZ. Yaba isia
Jukat Pharmaceutical Company Limited ye kase Ghana for ye di maseda mamwa na edi esefata esanse kwan ya mafaso na muni ye adwuma mepem empo bosome fofora ye tie simu nyankopon na yeyi na ye eda na se wonam Jukat Pharmaceutical Company Limited so na Ghana for do na atumi anya wo mapom den papa Jukat Pharmaceutical Company Limited abibia ye ka che mama ye Indian company kase a ya so ye ne ewo India na eye India hama ene ya keka bom e de ya habandu a ye de badwaman so awiase afana nyina wo benya ye ndo no ewo oman bia so nyame ncha de ebi wo Ghana hanom ama Food and Drugs Authority ye nhwehwemu e de afa ye ndo ni nyina ho agye atomo se ye ndo no eye papa e bo adwuma ntino Ghana for emfanse wo ho yare enu a ye de badwaman so no edoso na ya esan ebrente no yentumi mubo ni nyina so me pacho mo a mo hwe yen ewo TV no so de ye number no eda screen no so yare bia edu nya bia no fana fra yen nananom so oton yare a ena unya no aduru abibia ye ba na ye kasa aya na ani de ena yedi kan ekasa fa ho eye true word vision capsules no esan se me ka cho se nipadua no yen kane anyankopon de ma yen eye yani yare nyina yade na so se ni fraye ebeto kwantimfi amama obedan obi ansa na watimi aye bibia ewo asase so enti abibia yesu yi yare a aya na ani fraye de yakoye nkotodwa nim ne ya bompa yasre otwedi ampo nyankopon ani de mo wako hospital na doctor ka cho se wanya glaucoma ana pressure bo wani no so pressure ne bo wani so ameka che ekosei intini kase bia mama connect wo adwe no edombo ma hu na de a boni fra ne optic nerve se optic nerve na ho odin kofoma e ma se ne usi hu na de no e ba fom enkakran no wontu na mo a e ba bedum pempen so bi wani ne e ba be fra kra entena se entwen e ma wani enfra e bra true word vision capsules e wo honom bomodin ya pebito na ensiesiu me pa cho uyo obi a wani esota yo hene na wo pesa e prunsuo ayekoko o hwa ade a wo ne ble wani ne eso ye wisi obi o hwa ade ben na wo hunu e wa akiri nso a wo hunu obi mpo ade san na esuma do no kra na ye ka ne night blindness no wo sa o ha we nyina bomodin na hwehwe true word vision capsules e chi akwan na me pa cho obi a ete esi wani so ne ye ka ne cataract no etesi wani so a ebonka ye efifi kitikiti enkakran na ekata wani kosu lens no so se wontu na mo na otena se mane kata lens no so a automatically abo wani fra eno no entena se entwen ma wani enfra me pa cho bomodi na so true what vision capsules eno na da screen no so no ubetimi do mobile phone na twa seni ebe na ukọ pharmacy wonom herbal shop ana drugstore honoma yemfa sabi achenchena enkoda no wasokwan na yebeyi adupa no ya eye true word vision capsules India fu adru papa ye de abadwaman so no yebeyi ede ama ho me pa acho unum vision capsules na aya kai na fa ye adru na eye powder ye fa ni stem cell no faka vision capsules no ne tie ni se vision capsules no esiesie wani no na afi stem cell no e de ahode stronko ebe wani ntini no mu biem na wani na tumi anya hoden ehunade ese ne ese na efata me pa acho yenno ni nyina no abibia meka Jukat Pharmaceutical Limited nko a na yemfa aduro baako ensa yare mienu intimi ka anidie no mankasa sabio esa koku anase esa malaria dabi Jukat vision capsules and stem cell no enu ho dwuma nko a na eye me pa acho ma menkasa mfa ye aduro a ye fra no joint fortis ne eye adwuma ewo yenum pem ene yaposo me pato mo amohwe yen TV no so no ubehu se eda screen no so bo modi na fa mobile phone no twa se ne be ya ukọ na ukọ aduro ni bi ato a o de kire nipa na oton aduro na wo be joint fortis ni bi ede amawo me pato uyo bi ahonam nyina eyo ya ahonam tutu wo so sasabro me pato ukotodwe ahono emu hihyu emu tutu ujo ho a enji untimi nsori ngina onan sumpu na ode onan anante wokonye nkonhia ama onamu abu anase onsemu abu wochiri kase wochiri bremu eya oya uya adwuma demu ni nyina enu onwumre no wobubu wa yehudu me pato usisi ya oya etweba oto ase ebesi onase ne yaka ne siatika yi me pato ebi wo so aduro baako a ebebo ya eye India hama ene yakeka bom ede ayesa aduri eye joint fortis me pato enye penkila se ne medical yaka no nemom ni akofa yi yaw no ede aba unipadua mo aposo ne unom pemu no ekoku siesi ayisa ohaw ni nyina afri honom ama mama wasumajo na aduro baako a mesan so aka fama enano pai eye true worth Ladyford lady fortune so e wo dwaman so a eye emadu tatahwe a ebo ye nuanom mba me pacho oba onfichi kromu nye sabio ensufi bi gu enka wo wahimfi honom na afei sabi untumi mfafro untumi nyensen unya lady fortune me pacho me nua ba ebeboa wo na ma men kasamfo ye do ye frene nerve alive no me pacho eye entinimu adwuma Ghana for dodo na ewo entinimu yare ensu sabi ensunso wo mu hunu no wo mu ehunu ni se eye entinimu yare unya entinimu yare a onsa ye otititi onan eye otititi unante a na yese panie ana pimbi ewo na mu anase osiremu me pacho ewo ho na emfifire ete wo nsem ene wo na mu enti wo nante na ohye mpaboa na ayese mpaboa no ero unya entinimu yare a emanante ho ye odin wapaso nyina eye ohojo me pacho entinimu yare kro wo ye bema na unya entinimu yare a ema unya enemu mreye wo ensunsanso we nyina na ebo nka yese wonya entinimu yare wako hospital na doctor catch say wonya entinimu yare a edo ba kwa me kanfo de ama eye ye edu a ye friend nerve alive me pacho ye bre no aye bre uyo bi a we be ma na waye mre wakete so a ye wo main fortis e wo hono ma ebebo papa obi a wonya asichi yare anase diabetes hypertension me pacho ni nyina ye wo wadu ho koko ye wo wadu ho a pa liver enafe emema mo prostate enlargement anase prostate cancer no mo so ye wo prostate liver ho ebia na ebrenti entumi am yare so me pacho bomodin na fa ye number no na fra yen e wo 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 and 059 558 2628 059 558 2628 me pacho Ghana fana bebia wo bia yeno no ebia dru honom bomodia na fa number no frey enano pay na Jukat Pharmaceutical Company Limited yo honom se yebeboa ama wo pondi no SCP na asita.
Welcome on board. I Dwabo Ase Jukat live on TV XYZ, live on Power 97.9 FM. Lady Piesie Okrah, Boys Prefect, Chief Tankers, Honorable without constituency. Hey, I'm on for Jando PayPal. And that's for striking Ask FM. Anope mamin come from Medi-Moses Clinic and Herbal Center and from Mawabra anope yeguso aye kwa adwuma so ohododo typhoid fever wachini sa wanu medosa enko kopiem o Medi-Moses abeboa prostate issues prostate no me papa me ofa wutie me mesrew emane nkonko ye cancer issue na aba no yesi prostate issues oko Medi-Moses aye wadru o why de be kan awan so wasumbedwo and when diabetes, hypertension, typhoid fever, malaria, stroke, no, young called Medi-Moses. Ade ma Medi-Moses a dance and it's for 31 years in year shas ye juma. Ya sa Ghana for ya so and wait here de Medi-Moses garlic capsules so about wa moja in the fruseni yana such a rough obi a untumenda unya bi na no ma ebebo ya so ekase na won kran wo Accra Adenta yene Adenta Divisional Command Police aso ye no yene ne din hwani mo oba Accra nso a Accra wo highway Accra obahu ye wo ministries Ghana Highway Authority ya yadmu ho a eje kojo wo tema also ye ben school for the deaf no na Kumase obakwa ahene makokobe ni nyina mu no frɛn na ne ye mbon komo ne Dr. Panyin din kobo 0244 068 447. Anope utemen kana se wo ton ade wo kromu wo tudu wo Accra wo Makola wo Kumase Central Market wo Edum PZ ana wo sunyane takra de market circle what they say XYZ for the promotion be aba say XYZ ton ho dwumadi ne say na sitie nie wo no man betua ad na man for tua e ma ye bo ha te say ne making kan yi ba ye wo kwan a ye fa so aboa wo na wo so amanfo ate wonka enti no pese wote menka XYZ ton ho promo no eno ane say wo frɛ ya ye beba na ne wo ton bia no ya ba betwa eti say twa ho mfonyini na aba be yi wo TV no so TV XYZ live na amanfo ahu now so ne woton no amanfo hu akira kwan ba beto bi now so wanya sika e de agu botom ya no mbo anya den kakra bi eto de ane so be frɛ yen XYZ ton ho no 053 382 5870 053 382 5870 053 382 5870 ofra say ton ho no pese yeba na yeba betwa wo e wo ho yeba ba betwa ma bibia enso atumi akoso ola sevia herbal clinic esem catcher sa no pe ona se na atata no bra na yensa yare ona se atata wano maduru sa unim ye ye wo oba yebehwe diabetes anase stroke e bon kae wo kidney issues oba ya so ye betuma boy we dry de bebo na wo so ho atowo na oda watumi ada asma ne koko ni obi a wotwa de ende nketen kra any bema wa emre wo mpem wo de ane so be frey 057 6656658 057 6656658 ya wa shama yene access bank any din hwe ni mo hola severe herbal clinic or say only God can heal you tibra na yen sawon yare Hac-Cer mestane Hac-Cer capsules so odwa so pharmacy bia obeko bia bi wo ho the friend no satan fonti all satan wo so ache wano madura noma ebi nkran posi efia by for na eye o enye fia by for unya edu papa nom ye ntira unya Hac-Cer mestane Hac-Cer capsules ne bia ebetumi aboa na so ho atɔ FDA the stamp team so send nipa no ma obi odidi etagina ne bobebre ho betɔ eno achi no so no wo ye obi a tembia odidi ana afa we funu ye kudun onya bia betumi aboa wo pharmacy bia be obi alcohol na bisa Hac-Cer e greens a oduru ayatron all satanfo into refidi no kra oduru ha say ope all satanfo ni bi ahan no so yatwara gu ho all satanfo everyday the stamp team so ba wonyima ntumi no bi undi 12 years so ntumi no bi ena wa wo ma oba no fo won ka ho but apart from that obi atumi no Jukat Pharmacy or Medina obenya bi wo ho Tema Little George me offer Little George ho Tema Community 5 drew ha a draw way and afenra hodo bebiri na gu ha obetumi anya bia enso ato e wo ho Jukat Pharmacy wo kaswa 0240 238 310 0240 238 310 wo franchire mu bi a chemi die wo me de be ma let's talk educational consult semenfa wo baya no emra ho na o mesua de ene yen kola na daach ne hu hia pa fa ne kosuko betuma asua de na afi wo tena bi opia bonten na se wo kwakoye adwuma na se na dwemu abobe kan hunu se let's talk educational consult ye de in the curriculum and entrepreneurship, public speaking, technology na fe art. In the curriculum no ye ni abrofo no de kire wo mama de no. Enti wo basuku mu ha niam edidi agro nyina aboa mankola adwene mu bie. Ade ede ne se nkola no ko school 12 months ni nyina ye makwan. Enti wo na okwa adwuma wo se okwa adwuma hwan na ehwe wo ba no. Wo de no college stock educational consult. Ya beje no na ya kire na ade wo ba fia wo say yes wo ba na adwuma bie. Ya wo Teshinungwa estate. Teshinungwa estate. What estate? Mango Street to the Soha Pay Belejo Kuku Municipal Assembly. Freya 0249 069 821 0249 069 821. Madam Time Bomb, I don't know what any kasa or no near Untiasia Bia or no Ebekasa. Young Madam Time Bomb ho. Na yenen kwatwetwe komo anopay let's talk educational consult eni ma power mo wo ma ye mano eni yen awofo no Madam Time Bomb aye krado yenkutie no
that making from dietesa ampofu. Yes, indeed, there is a need for the Ebubuemu, and we are working on it. Say, visit Let's Talk. About the year project Kakrebi Wanchen. You will see that we are trying to put out and open up the place. Into yes, 0 to 6 years. Into Eba Montessori and Kasa, we have 0 to 3 years. 3 to 6, we have 6 to 9, and 9 to 12, and that's what we are doing.
Okay.
And at the moment, we have the first 2, so we are adding the extra 2, so we can have kids around till they turn 12, and then they can step. to wherever that they want to. Yes, so Let's Talk Education Consult is opening up for here in Moframa, and we hope that into our on start na yazida mkwano atum amo bibiara. Ya watashini ngwa estate Meleje Kuku Municipal Assembly on the Mango Street. Eho na yewo. Yeah, Moframa Trum, a place where we take care of kids, manage, mold, and help them develop into the kind of adults I they will be better than us. Yet try Moframa Ase, yet Moframa ways 6 months to 2 years, and yeah, Moframa ways 6 months to 6 years. There's a Montessori and INDEC educational program, no, and he has a Cherhonazi, and I pay my mincha SST, my grandpa, Namincha, a Reverend Finakuma Chel sample for Hinokafu, Mrs. Edith Ample, for Namincha Apostle Piesie Okrah. Namincha, let's talk at Church Funyana, Onion Moframa, and then the parents who trust us enough to bring the award to us. I hear it to one. Frehin on 0249069821. 0249069821. Then you will come about Wobano. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Na yende in Como. And then parents go. Quick one, yes. Quick one.
Parents, right?
See, parents won't ya share, but then when they batani be wants the best for the child.
Yes,
but
yes,
this
yes,
morning
yes.
I want to ask, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want your child to become who you want them to become? Because Piesie, my man, when you're there, you can't pour out of an empty cup.
Sure.
You get it. So
Yeah.
I normally push the side of the teachers because from any school as a teacher, you have to be well capped. Whatever you have in your cup at airport to from an outdoor mano budo.
Yeah.
The same goes for parents. So this morning I want to find out, you want your child to become the best student, you want your child to be one in a million standing out. You're the best version of yourself. You want your child to be one who will be point of, you will be proud to say that is my child. And there are some parents who will tell you that whatever that we are doing, they have to be on that path and do it well. That is making the future a bright place for them and the families themselves. Maybe so there. As Batan, how bad do you want all these things? It means that Warankasa as Batan, you have to up yourself, up your game for your child. The 24 hours in our area, no. And my family work with school, no. At most 8 to 9 hours more be spent. Yes, indeed, or better. But then when you take Saturday and Sunday out their home, now what put school what are they doing? It's not about the what's now your homework, another warrior. Maybe assign one, but you as a parent, what are you feeling? Feel and the bottle feeling what's going inside. I want you as a parent to know that if you are emotionally unstable, if you are psychologically not there to support your word or affect, because Piesie, there is something we call love. You need to give your child unconditional love. There's an acceptance as well. There's encouraging of mindsets. There's the need to manage stress and anxiety. So if you are not able to do the minimum for your water, then one aspect is gone. So let's say if it's 100%, 10% is gone. And then we are also looking at academic wise. Yes, I know that parents be back there. Banco school. Inter me pedam me back to school. Today be a me as a for studies teacher man. You see, any parents na ya will claim them banco school. But on do a market na they are one of the most intelligent.
Yeah.
Because you see, Obeka de me parent na me mami ni scan to into man for manko. Mami ni scan to me into man chedo. Another teacher be a menu and school but na me pedam subject. So you notice that they are very smart. These are the people who don't need phone calculators to put your figures together and tell you that this is how much. We need to take our phone and this is it. But they go and they put it together. They remember the things, the nitty-gritty things that we forget. And so the knowledge is there.
And they are the people who do the best investments.
I'm telling you, they make the best choices.
Yes.
In marketing, they are the best. So I'm saying that So your academic and intellectual growth. Men generally be a button be a bank. I know a hospital, I know a doctor, I know a teacher, and I know a better frache or the better friend. Whatever knowledge you have was Kasemo, me pocho chirafraban. Whatever knowledge you have was sales, was marketing, was customer relations, a quana for doing kofu kasa, a quana for doing kofu, a quana for the yading and me pocho, put it there. And then this is how you're going to do it. Set realistic expectation. More very realistic. Meaning that you encourage them to remember on excessive pressure. Whatever that they are doing, follow. Like Moye Pepe. And then you create a structured routine as well. Get involved with them, interact with them and help them. Encourage curiosity as well. And then help. Mpocho wa pomizini him. Saying ya pomizina, you won't have the sound mind to handle the kids. You have the sound mind to handle the kids, and so I beg you, be healthy and take care of them. Your social skills, also very, very important. And then communication. Yeah. Build a good relationship. Ima, build a good relationship very, very soon. Ima is my producer. Build a very good relationship because and as a parent, incoming parents, you have to be an American pot your button. You can't pour out of an empty cup. I beg you, do your best and let your child be. I will yours and hands your hands with school so that at least the child will be who we are. The world we live in now, or a place fighting is serious. I beg you, fighting is serious. So we need to prep the kids. Competition is serious. And this is where the world is fighting against Africa. We have a long way to go, but we'll go there. So you call us for in-service training as a school, parents consultation, Epede over by school, Mpocho Frehin on 0249069821 0249069821. From a dietitian, have a beautiful
AKA
day.
Madam Time Bomb.
Good business means seeing the possibilities and maximizing opportunities. Making sure you have a responsive support system. Backs your business goals. A partner that gives you a stable platform with reliable connectivity and seamless solutions, and better understands the tools required to take you to the next level. With so many moving parts in running a business, we do our best to provide you with some stability, the only kind of stability you can find with MTN Business Broadband, the fastest and most reliable internet provider in Ghana, making sure you stay ahead and stay connected, because we understand what makes your business tick.
Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh or call or WhatsApp 0244 308 111.
MTN.
Yefemna na kwa me taxi driver na enkane na misisi eso misisi ama kame na to na twetweme binya 3p garlic mixer no aboa me pa
odunu asa miracle bi wadru no chese mafunu kra se di sia twini anka me humi esi so se me humi ana esi so obeka se di obibi hye me so bi no na ye normal nti mi bi fi na ti no ti pa me sa 3 days ni na edona anka se de nyankopon di ayi bi ahodi se ma yi bi nya sam ketwa ana se we de me fro aka so na me fa hye me nkwa me
me de abe pa se 3 years ni ana aseme gina ho me na mu se shinya hye me kwa me de ameko bi amu so much me dru ta ba 6 years ni tema bi am me imagine say na me jana nti saya le na nkum preko ene 4 days ana me koto 3 garlic mixture ni tema me kase yankupon no yam say ene ya me no kase me wa to me a me din wa me mtia hye
3 garlic mixture ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops Fred Piwak e 02489288824 and 020100002.
I was your friend Mama Kwaba be more motion TV XYZ to na fe na yen so ya sa tena se e wo hwan ya na me kan se mensa ka promo no star 274 hash aha ti wo MTN mombo no momo no kakra wo so Voda cash no so anasa telecell cash na kakra wo so nti wo dia ne se oba dial *274#. Eti edoba call say a prompt wa baby edoba call no wa choose option 1 Power FM because you na HS ka no. Nti choose Power FM we baby edoba call no ye baby auto ticket no ba ko bia 5 cities. It is over 1 she ho just auto ticket ba ko. Eti a hono ye musika nse ho ticket no dodo na ye bo she ho. It is up say auto ticket ne 10 a over 10 she ho na till 50 Ghana. Over 5 show I know you're 25 because ticket mako 5 no. Into over to match as many as you want. The more na wu chana wu to ticket bebre no. U to ticket ba ko bia number no ko draw no 1. Into u to ticket ni bebre a na say number no ba bebre into to say obi wo ho to ticket 20 and obi to 30 a. As a wu dia kwa no. The more na wu to ticket no na the more na so na wu je. Ti no pay join yen. Also twabi answer na me pon 10 no me no ebebo enkomo say to say ebon komo na one be win na me frɛ wo ano pay me 2000 nipa 4 ana so me fa one ka ho eti nipa 4 obia ebedi nti twa the more na wu twa no nya twa nkwa de a ubedi wu twa wunya twa ubedi ati ase Kulugana Limited for Semen Kancho say ne we oba menstrual cramp set to na anasa wo de na ba bebre oyam crash so wo de no so ntumi maye eni dani ni nyina eduro ba ko pe Kulugana Limited for their by friend Araba Bazen kone ko pebi abetumi abo pa pharmacy bi ebe hu bi aduru ha obenya Araba Bazen ni bi ebebo ama oba sisi ama ahimfi hwa kama Jukat Pharmacy wo kaso Pharmatrust Pharmacy wo kaso Unicorn Chemist wo Malam Junction. Also on chemicals wa Dabraka Ikus Pharmacy wa Shaiman o call Little Jojo Tema Community 5 obenya bi yeah number here 0244139176 0244139176 your champion junction ewo Islegon oba obeba be hu ye na bibia nso atumi akonka ma yenko Hac-Cer for no ho maka cho se Hac-Cer ulcer tam for ba ko pe pharmacy bia ebi wo ho over the counter chemical shop bia ebi wo ho nti wa mo pharmacy shops amonton bi no mo nya guy Hac-Cer kama mayen ko tie menu opoku ankoma owo edema na no pay
ho be hia se always bia no obehwe ne ye na se wapomde ne ntumi enyina na so ya na ede oha kese ende brain pedua no eno nti na ho be hia se brain bra no bia no obehwe wapomde ye na ene ye ba betufo afa ye na pomde ba ko a etete amanfo pa na yasan so ama ho solution I bet me abo amoanya ahoden kese ene Hac-Cer capsules ne mesha esayare ulcer ere bia na ulcer no mredodo a edi if you dodo bia edi no aduro ba ko pena wo hia eno ne betumi agyew ene Hac-Cer capsules ne mesha enti ye na e TV so ne hu senia esitie edi se mesenia medical ahya ase akano no this okoto do na so to set ni se because e bia na obi wo no first time afi na ohwe na otia okoto set no nti TV so for ndie hu se eye 2 bottle no iso de no botomie no and the capsules ba ko aka ho na afi one nom anopa area ni anwumre to banu 222 na etumi abo amonya pomede no na ansa na mesha ase akokasa no so no ama ye nyina ye nya mu nti ase na ma chechire mu ye osa no ye ntie odiwa obi wona wo sha ase se wonnom Hac-Cer capsules no mesha no adansidie se me ba last time me share ho bo se me di adansidie ahodo bebra mo hu se Hac-Cer mesha ene the capsules no e di dwuma so no enti ho be hia so benom bi sene a osa no esi akodu bia no so benya pomede enti ye ntie audio so na efrimu eba na adansidie ahodo a eba no
e frame prosper you be a osa tete me papa Marco hospital dwalum bi a no ekufuma na asanso ade aba ena me hu Hac-Cer mixture ene ne capsules ena mko kutubi ti mkutubi na 3 days anu pa day na menum edu na medidade chin pepepe ena pains am beti omi for me na ni ejai in fact 3 days ina minti bibia nti CCI make say prampo also say den me hu be fine edu ni de eye papa edu ni ye juma nkasa edu no eye juma nkasa eye juma ti say magic
It is a uti prosper there na. Bra no madunu wie no. Hwa dance dia wodi wo ho. Se aduro no agye no no po idea dance se aduro no eya papa. Enti wo so kwajo Hac-Cer capsules and mesha no na no bi. Yentie ofoforo nso so ediare nso kai.
Pasha frame Crystalla mute komase tafu pan krono na miyem ayame pa mintimin nantimintimint nememu e kama chika say me botchme tine etie me nuani bebre ntime papa watakrade oneti adronin kano de omo namba maame na me frɛ omo na me bechi bi ewo komase branch first day am no madroni bi me yem started say woman sanya man within a few minutes na ya ona na metno me mwana mintimint menina na yo okay ma mitmenante metmitne memo me no madroni to aso for be bosomeno enne mitmidi meko mitmidi bibia nyema yetu ya menina sisia mitmidi ashi enyeme me yemono yaw minti biomechika say edin benyo ekọ ti ejoni die papa ejoni die aboami
enti se utie nua ba ne de na enti symptoms no bobo so no na chika say ne ya na ne bofuno no odidia na sania ne condition sitia na ne yefuno no de wa ne sie no bra but onom Hac-Cer capsules and mesha no aduru na boa no ama odi adanse enti so be di adanse ne bi wate aduru betumi ajo ne Hac-Cer capsules and mesha enti yensan enti afoforo de enso so ebio
yo adofunu mu edenyamia sise de Hac-Cer mixture abawi asiama yen enya Ghana nko abawi asiama yen osiye no mu a na yeyare ulcer adidi mu ache na ya nunu ndura numa one time bi na mehwe TV a capture smart no odi ho dance pa nso da bi amenko try na maame we could try ba could try me no ya wie na ye ulcer na adidi mu ache na nunim se nyini da so mo ananyame nam Hac-Cer mixture so ama meso no watome sire obia se obia owo how to say me ache obia betuma kotobi na okota ono so be dia dance ye Hac-Cer ampa eyo ulcer atamfo ampa awishire mu nyina baba
enti se utie adansidi ahodo aba edoso bebre na mre ni si ntimi mmo dodo na yebo we akere wo se aduro no afoforo di adanse na aniji se mewum ni se Hac-Cer capsules ne mesha no sisia me no kasa Ghana ha and the best ulcer product your system sisia last year by be kan award no ho asem de kire o se yekoji award no nkofo adansidi ahodo si ya na edijina so a ye di award no maye enti wodi no sani medical account so wodi ni mfiododo bi e de no ulcer no e de bia na obi wo ma ne de ne esophageal ulcer akwa hospital ma ya ka che se wo no ne de no emmowa no ana se enam setting because de bia me ba me kire mu kire so ulcer na ye won niam ahodo a e de ba na mekọ niam ahodo e de ba no so ni mo mekeka types no enti bia wodi no esophageal ulcer ba bia o mena aduane afa koto ye funu no e bia na wodi ne gastric ulcer ana e bia na so wodi no eye peptic ulcer and I say the dinner ulcer a druba coupe and I can for the amount Hac-Cer mesha and ne capsules no any bit to me ajua monya apomodeno na ulcer no kwaya e faso de bano de bia me ba me chirimu ema onya munti asese e woni ema mienu e san so risk factors chese niam bi ahodo a wankasa wo ye etimede ba na niam mienu two main causes no ba kon e H pylori eno no e bacterial infection ye free environment ya aye basa nti Ghana ha de especially ni Accra ha de hanya kura wo hwe ba bi obi ton aduane a aya na airtime emo no tumi fa kwan bi so ko radio no bra aye contaminated ana wankasa won sase ebia na okọ ajanan so ana ba bia okọ ye foforo cars de bia city e de ensa ko so mu nim ba bia obi akọ wura ansa na oba betena ka ma na so okọ akọchia no ebia akọ sa won sa na nkasa contaminated won so ebi wo ho no ma ohuna aduane a me bra bia minim no ohuna aduane a na odenensa pepa ne trousers mo okọ akodidi on ohoro nensa obi nso de akra de bra obi ne nsa no kra do be ohuro na nso so ode ne nsa bo nso no mu a na ode ne nsa koto aduane mu adi bia na be se won nsa na contaminated wa wanfa sanitizer bia ampa won nsa ana se wanfa nsuo ne samana ohoro nsa na akodidi enti nam so ama won nsa na contaminated ana se aduane na wudi no so ai contaminated na udi aduane no akoni pedua mo na kote ne pedua no mu enti stomach line na mo na target na fe ede osa o how osa ya kan wasma ba na makase your certain painkillers be FN NSAIDs eno no certain painkillers no ya wana ahodo ya chichemu enti sa NSAIDs no eno so wonom cha ede o how ba o how ede ba no bi yese o prostaglandin eno no ye mucus wa eno no ye hormones e produce mucus chese mucus no ya mama ye bo ye funu no ho ban enti bra sa prostaglandin no wonom sa painkillers ahodo no bebre no na afi esi o prostaglandin no kwan se betumi a produce amama no bebre betumi amama na bebre o ye funu no mu na se amama no so bebre o ye funu no bo ye funu no ho ban emma wo acid na eyam aduane bra wadi di awie no omene fufuo banku anan mo a wadi na bi se wadi bra wadi awie no wo acid na eyam aduane na edema enti sa acid no so bebre o ye funu no mu a aya na hard especially stomach line na aya na hard enti ye o mucus na kire se wa mama ne na ebo ye funu no ho ban se embema acid ne bebre na mu se bra wonum sa painkillers no emma wo mucus na kire se mama no embe ye bebre o ye funu no mu emmo ho ban enti abasa na acid no abe bebre ewo ye funu mu afi edi kuru aba ya nka se enim ne acid na ho odin sitie even pose so obi ehwe acid agu ho ne enim se ne sitie edi se acid ne bebre o ye funu mu a aya na ede ekuru na eba ekuru no so a na eka akosi se ulcer no eno nti na adruwi ewo ma Hac-Cer capsules and mixture ewo ho ma se obeji adru bia no na me kan akosi no eya na obi wo ho ma start se wo no madru na eya na ne yafunu mu no ya wono kra no ebi ote chen first no kra mpacha ma na ha ekire se adru na start ye adwuma akokan because ulcer ye kan ho ase meni eyekuro wote ulcer yekuro ba bi e beto no na yatudi enti na stomach ulcer no duodenal ulcer anasa peptic ulcer no enti ye nyina enim sese kuro kura to skin eto ni pedua no na sa wo sha sese umia na wo di kuro droguma enim sene a usite yaw efa e dey sa bra yaw a wote no e kire se aduro no eye na adwuma wo kuro no mu enti sese ye ya me no kase onum Hac-Cer capsules ne mehia ne bi na se wo start se wo yefunu no mu na ye wo yamo a e kire se aduro no akokan yare no enti ye adwuma enti to aso nanom kopem se ho beto enti na ma kire wo set no wo kwa wo de set no to ni sei but set no insodia no tie radio so for no insodia no beto mienu no wato capsules no ba akon de aka ho eno no ye set ntonum wia na wasan akoto foforo kopem se ho beto kra enti de hiane so obepeke numbers no so ahodo na wode wade afresisie na wadu no ba beje wode numbers ne 024 023 8310 0240 23 8310 anase 0203 822 855 0203 822 855 your numbers no fra baby a obi anso ye delivery ko baby a Ghana ha obi ano nti kuma so for bako de ne heba takrade for bako mensa sa anso na akra ha for no omomo Medina bako Randy Pharmacy afen so kenso heba occasion drug na repair heba occasion drug Little George ewo community 5 tema okoho no ma adrinibu a obenya bi ato wo de frɛ numbers amadi kan aboboi open dodo nso ato so be ne sa nti wo yefunu mu ye kapu mframa agina wo yam obofunu udidi a na aduane gina obo afa wo yefunu mu ankasa eye wo ya wa chibremo no eye wo ya wadura wo hia na Hac-Cer capsules ne mesha no na spellings ne bia na obi wo ready no so spellings on shada enya ne yi nti ma spell adrone emfama wo twetweto ho na na okwa wo de akere pharmacies na se okwa herbal shop bia obenya adure bi na wo de akere o ne ya mo dobe nti spellings ne ye HAC hyphen what the hyphen betuma now they are dash okay dash aha now what the CER and the association Hac-Cer Mesha and capsules kwajibi no was atam for no na entumi ema honto enti numbers ni bio number ni 0240 23 8310 0240 23 8310 anase 0203 822 855 0203 822 855 offer so aduane a wo se wodi ndia wondi nyina ye be kyerɛw ɛwɔ hɔ ama wo so ne hia so wato aduro bi woton ko ade a wode frɛ numbers no na ye nkyerɛw aduane a se wodi ndia wondi nyina numbers no be kyerɛw na so opese ye delivery so fon ko bia ne wa kyina aduro na wonya bi aton so a e delivery de ko ba bia Ghana ha ba bia no e delivery e de ko hon ma kwa adre ye be ma obi ye de bi bebrewa ma so waje bia no ma ebetumi ama ho ato na de America akwa akosi ne se bo ho ban ye na wo osa no enye wo hawa ebetumi akwa akodum pempen so se preparation mo wan be bono bono ntokura na se acid no ebe ma adi ntokura abetoto wo nso no mu na sana ya ye o surgery ama watumi levy surgery so kura na ye nyina enim se wo ko ye surgery a 50-50 se ebetumi asurvive yam pese wo de no kwa koduru ho nti na ho be hia se wo beje wo Hac-Cer capsules no mesha no na wanom atumi ama ho ato nyame adma da sende ye besan ahia bi na ye no wabedi apomode ho nkomo
so we Hac-Cer komo etumi de bre live on Power 97.9 TVXYZ Dwabo Ase dwumedie no so nie ewa ha se yakọ Hac-Cer for akache yebekọ na yakọ bon komo akasima enan na abononkron nonkron bo ayade enkomo kese na beba so member of parliament for the good people of Lambushi Professor Dr. Titus Bayo ebeba yade betwetwe nkomo no so oy medical doctor as I professor nurse for strike no how did we get here na nam so ama for yare a womunya nurse for ma wono mo nhwe mo yebedi sa enkomo no ha wadwen kire wadwen po obetumi de abrayen 0208 984166 0208984166 and no WhatsApp number no obetumi nso akohwehwe yen Facebook live on TVXYZ obehu yen live ho na what do adventure aba sounds on Power 979 FM and so ye training nyina bom Power 979 FM okohwa obetuma like a page now the adventure no so and so aba answer na Professor Dr. Titus Bayo betena se no mamentin komokitu e bi free ha menu aba ma mesi aba betena se study abroad dwumedie bi aba so betuma nya kwan na so wakosuku e wa bruchi enti matomensa afre ma mesi sa me de betena se ne ma pankwa na ye chechede ama amamfo ma mesi ma chen
Yenia.
O want to say?
Nyame adome hoye.
The nyame ase. Me mon komo tew na mahu se mo de study abroad seminar bi eba. Na study abroad seminar no I free Century International Consult. Ho na oye adwuma ho nseme te sen hwan na betumi anya bi akọ obi tie yen ana obi hwe yen organa ha sesie ya opeso ko school abroche ba mo de sa akwanya no eba emu nsem te sen.
Okay. Medase na michia etefoni na nyame adoma 14th Saturday ya be Central Consult dwumeku a dwuma a yedi ane se yebo mo pese mutu kwan ekwama no ne kosua de UK US Australia Canada Europe bebia ye share countries like Germany Spain Malta yebo amankrofo ekwama no ne kosua de na 14th ye say ye ne ye schools no down enti no wa we ni je ho se opese osua de wa abrochi no bra your office e wo Achimota Mile 7
Achimota Mile
7 na any school for na mbedi nkita ho die ni ye nhwe kwan ya ye befa so aboa
okay enti ye wo suku ahodo bi wo abrochi a wono mo mpanyimfo no ebeba e wo Ghana ha enti ye study abroad seminar no wa Achimota Mile 7 yankopon ya drum me nde ye be ya anopa 10 am
exactly
anopa nundu
me pachai
okay eti suku ben sa na mo mpanyimfo eba mayenko US.
Okay, US you are Avila University. Just to mention a few. I don't want to bore you. It's
no problem. No problem. Okay. And oko Europe so I know so
Europe so UK you Sunderland University, you Leeds Beckett University, you Coventry University, also just to mention a few.
Okay. Nti say obi wo Ghana ha na opese oko school ho a mo betumi aboa no
me pachai
nti Saturday no program na yemre bi no na yemfa se obi a opese okwa abrochi eko school ho ana obi a opese ne banso ko school abrochi no se obetumi aba bi
exactly.
Okay.
Dia yebeye ne say yedwumedie no titiri no ejina say yebeboa ma enkrofo nya omo admissions. That's the first step.
Okay.
Nti no your schools ne eba ye be your on spot admissions application into awufo bi ti obetumi de neba aba akola bi so tie se bi we wie nyakra exactly obi a we wie SS bi anyakra
yeah exactly
yes into no ye hwe obi a we wie SS obi a wa ye ni HND opeso ye top up ye ni degree obi a we wie degree or opeso ye ni masters so these are the caliber of people we are looking forward for oba you get a chance to interact with the schools and then if possible even get on spot admissions offers.
Oh wow.
Yeah. on-spot admissions office. For more documents in Abeba.
Okay.
On 14th, no, it's possible you can get on-spot admissions office.
Okay.
Now, if you have no more, so you well go through the visa process smoothly.
Okay.
One thing about Century Net Consult is that we've been in business for 15 years now.
15 years.
15 years.
It's not more here. I feel I'm a bahai.
I am one say
Make a fee. Like I said, I'm a bahada dada.
But sisi ade yaba.
Nti mo ba no ya mama kwa ba esa mama atana
It's what goes into visa application ya dokru mu ankasa name what is required. I mean, call your social media handles so you can see so many of our reviews, so many of them.
Okay.
Yeah. It's adia wa be kwa now with them sebia akonya errors that may not be reversed.
Okay.
Yes, say don't stress yourself.
Okay.
Come on the 14th. Let us assist you through the process.
Okay.
And then seamlessly see yourself into your preferred destination.
It is a major screen so amount for my home before and after. There is a obo say amount for be word mo passport mu. The passport now may be next mo bo omanya visa after say omonya admission no. And so omukoko koduru suku mu hon so a na wono ma twamfo nyine de abanti before and after near Ghana after no so say yabo amanya admission no we wasre
ade ba kwa e dance so ye ho no omo before now obiati red seat be so sa red seat no agidim pa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, agidim pa obia ne need so say obetu kwan akwa ma no ne bia pese da chi bi otena sa red seat no mote so no no so ka na dance die actually amafos into that red seat is called the popular red seat.
Okay.
As a red seat that people sit on to give their testimony of how their lives got transformed by meeting Century Net Consult.
It's Century International Consult.
Century Net.
Century Net. Yeah. It is Century Net for no more than a moboa. Na amanfo nya admission e wo abrochire
nti obi
and na mosa boama omonso it's enya visa mo office wo hin say fan say obi antumi amma Saturday program na mo ye wo Achimota mile 7 right.
Yeah, exactly.
Obi antumi amma bia ohwehwe mo ya enfa na obi.
Okay, Tino, you were 2 branches.
Okay.
Your main office e wo Accra.
Okay.
That is baby I be seminar you way.
Okay.
Achimota mile 7.
Okay.
It's so simple. If you Achimota your friend is saying Astotef Neswa. Yeah, a quina lead it to Tantra Hill. And you just go on that lane.
Okay.
Pentecost Church signboard. Just there.
Pentecost Junction.
Okay. And now come since you were Santa Ase.
Okay.
Santa Ase. I just sent the post office.
Oh, okay. Minimum.
Sure.
Okay. It is Santase for Mamu Kumase Santase Atasomanso for na pre Agrekens mamu nyina mobawa mobetumi anya kwan na monso motumi atinchire mu yibi famo number 2 dwa na bia obi titrotro mu wo siba abroche suku onya bia obekọ wa wi secondary school atwa obi nso awi legon no pese okoye ne masters wa abroche nti number no fatu dwa
okay obetumi afrɛ yɛn wɔ 0554 717 878
Sample subium
0554 717 878.
Okay. All right. It's no na mo number. It's Saturday. I'm for one person one mobile no. Ombetu yeska na.
Me patcho free.
Oh, okay.
Free. Untu ahwe.
Untu akapre.
Untu ahwe.
But it is Saturday anopa. Obi afi na we join discussion we encapsulate ni nyina.
Okay. The year can say nyame adoma Saturday 14th of June. Century Net Consult yeni reps from various universities are representing Ghana. Into wa we need ho se opese to kwan kosua ade boa documents ano na bra ehɔ no mo anapa enye late. But who reps no? Na yehwehwɛ documents mo. It's possible you can get on-spot admissions office, and it is free.
Okay, so ubetumanya admission to some of the top universities in the Canada, UK, and the USA. And so en ho asam no nti Mami esi sanfa na manu to dwabiom na bra ye din komoni bani we no.
Me patcho frey was 0554 717 878.
Okay.
And now betumi follow your all social media handles. Your Instagram CenturyNet Consult. Your
CenturyNet Consult.
CenturyNet Consult.
Okay.
We call your reviews ni bebre anyhow you can get in touch with us.
Okay.
We are on TikTok, we are on Snapchat, we are on Facebook, and we are on X.
Okay.
All CenturyNet Consult.
CenturyNet.
Century no enya ding. Century as in 100. Century as in 100.
Okay.
CENTURY. Net no so NIT Consult me
Consult. Me da say CenturyNet Consult.
Yeah.
Sa no pay mo so maboa magana for me constituents ni bi e ba benya kwan akọ school e wa bruchire. Nyame bo Saturday 10 a.m. e wa Accra branch na Chimota Mile 7 Pentecost Junction. Udru ha obetumi akọ join. Kona kọ hwe wani so ade na hwe se won so obetumi anya kwan akọ abruchire school ni bia. Number na 0554 717 878. Mami Esi, thank you so much for passing through.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you.
Mami Esi na ate den kanon ti CenturyNet Consult nyame bo Saturday 10 a.m. Ya de juma di na bro. MTN say hey boss lady. Yes you, the go-getter, the planner, the do-it-all woman building a business. One bold step at a time. Yahoo pa. MTN sees you and we are cheering you on every step of the way. Enuntino and I create MTN ejuma pa. Edi amawo ema nko na edi sa dwuma de we momo eti wo oye bodwa wo yo ba na wo use MTN a ye de MTN dwuma pa no edi aba eno ane se obedala star 5060 hash star 5060 hash star 5060 hash eti wo dial ya eye bundle ye de be ma wo be boa wo be ko internet so e bia wo ye delivery WhatsApp na manfo wo pese wo ye call ye ma wo ni nyina MTN pe eso na obenya sa de we oyo ba o ye business te sen kran ha de e ma bebri na o shop enti wo pesa wo frɛ wo genia ma frem warehouse yen say bra ne bra beda MTN adwuma pa no so oba pa betena so because ye nimo say o bre enti ye bebo ama bibia konkan star 5060 hash enti wo fra na afei won so o dialia na wa ba beka MTN adwuma pa no ho na so watumi aboa insurance nyina ye wo so nti menu aba wotie me unusu MTN na this is the time MTN 7 so ye 10 Ghana cedis pe udru MTN office bia na MTN service shop bia udru wa betumi anya bi MTN adwuma pa powering women in business no mame call I forgot so na ye nkɔhwɛ sene ya hafo so esitie nurse strike ya ye kɔso ya din komo won kran ma ye nkɔ hafo media so le drama na wa homa no so le drama good morning
Bejo tuminya.
Bibia boko de.
Allah da uruma bibia boko.
Okay, ahafo de na say you starting free nkasem na yentwa nsuo go na yenwura go so krum. Kukuom mem ayom so de na ekoso nurse for no so wo mokɔ adwuma ye na anasa wo manko.
Mimi amedase esi se strike hontem eba ye ne enra. Minya kwenya eko go so municipal hospital eko se de na no ma esetie. Na efa nsenda eye kwasi ada ni ntino. Ona on cheda ehu nipa dodo a emwo honom na enne dey no mo kire se enne de mo be withdraw service ni nyina nya de bia obi a betimi akonti anano pay me de mani ekopiem ewo go so municipal hospital me koye no OPD hodie amafo mlanche niru ewo honom a omoye adwuma na ana physician assistant ni doctors no ewo honom de mo nurses for no de enya de bia obi ani ho ana wa wuni mkishemu oba hospital na uko OPD kwado ufoda was nurses for na exam one sana wakwa akuhu doctor na se wakwa akuhu PA no nti doctors ni PA ni de omo nyina ewo honom gele hese nurses for no ebeba no o master ma ate na me ko ho no de nya de bia nurses ni PA ni ho anwonwa se me wo na sa na sa re ho se me wo ni se won se go so nursing training ewo ho na o mo ba be clinical no mo sa ba ye no ntini mfa ma omu nyina asa akufi se nya de bia next to honti aduma enti enkoso na mene ntini mfo edi komo na omu sire se bebia ombetini aye aduma eye clinic no anasa eye specialist ne de ebetini aye aduma apart from hono de nya de bia bia betini aye aduma enti administrator and medical doctor so na mu a omu pa cho se nurses fo ni bi ebeba bet na o ma aye aduma Nemo nurses for no kokko ba o modiama o mo fe for no trese se unim na ukotra ho so kwa ko ya adwuma and the Omer report to the connection eno ana ba be ya refo sema obia empese ordinary ebe kwa ko tro se o kwa ko trani table so ana ne desk so ayi adwuma ntu ko pie mo go to municipal hospital anka ka half month mu hadia na yebeka se the nurses for across strike or other regions ni other facilities no sa pe ana e ko so wo ho ma ba be ya refo sem o kwa nya di dia obia e ho nti ye ko me ko ho no o hwe nipa na omo hospital ho no ma na sebi nipa no kura enya di dia omuduru edu nipa o ma ba ho so omo ba be hwe omo ho yare ne enya di bi edu a dodo na edi o mani akresia omo kwa ko tresia nurses for ne die enya di dia obia aba
na say Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association for na eco strike no na o call ho no psychiatric nurses ne and other nurses no ono mo ho de
Media me call her and Yadi Mahu Ubia Ewo, baby, omo a metinaka and who may, or more OP the Holy Fodano, and a medical doctors in the tea, or Munkuma and a Honoma Ubia hospital.
Okay, but my phone is here. We are more on say Bibi Sakra, Yabesamba one chain, Aquacobon Comaya. Yes, I'm trying to school Germany now, telling Kano, right from the capital of Ahafu region, Goso. And you know, soon a phone off, and our this answer when I buy. Got on a starting radio in the year 2010. Professor Dr. Titus Bayu, MP for the good people of Lambushi. Good morning.
Good morning. Nyame adum na nye bokosa na me ti se wo
sencheni anything am be my crama we are medical doctor o de wasanyare a eba ni say na say nurse for eco strike say ya momo be den ye adwuma
edin wo hwe mpomden adwuma na ye team work team no mu no doctor wo mu nurse for wo mu lab for wo mu
okay
cleaners wo mu se ba kun ni mu a team no endimu
okay
na nurses they are an essential part of the team because obeka ni say as omo no ye maame no mu a omo kura the central part of the team doctor baba be tro no brofo na okọ but nipa obehwe ma bibia akoso ye no eye nurse ni no ura hospital no fofra ebia obekwa akoshare records for omo take information no mu you card ma ana mo enter details wo electronic medical records no more next person will be share be nurse ono be take vitals cry answer na doctor show we na ya dia wo be da ho a nurse na be ji wato ahwe bibia doctor may draw a nurse na be sam may draw no so they are a central part of the team
okay
yet be say a hard dream pa
so nurse for na ono mo OPD ene tisane wo chirichiri mu nti eba ni say ya nurse a doctor for no samoko adwuma kra mo nhyada nya adwuma bi anye o apart from some mobile ward akwakoshe amanfo but enye doctor for so adwuma ne se on be manage cases from time to time
in fact no, even okay management no cry na ebia na ebi entiase doctor be hwani panel who said den ye no ohia say oye tester lab ni na be ye doctor ntimi nye no
yeah
onya ne diagnosis wie no che na adwen mo ma edrowe pharmacy for na be ma edro no but nipa odi edro na nkasa be ma patient no next in the end of the day doctor ni sha assessing ya ekọ na wie ye no ohia nurse sans na nurse nso hye na adwuma ase a ohia doctor because nurse nso nye na adwuma se obe diagnose ni pa no na ha no so it's a teamwork CC na a hard dream because doctors no cry wo ho lab for wo ho pharmacists wo ho na se nurse for ni no ha adwuma no endimu cry
so enti ye be den na a doctor for atuma ye adwuma ne to say em say OPD cases are hot kwanya as a nipa wa yare beba consulting room it abani say no
a chopa ne be pa nurse for minya ye hia won ye be pa macho omu wo legitimate demands there enyema omu bisa no edimu legitimate obi anka say they don't need it but who say I was say omunya abotre kakra na nyina yetina se ne yakasa what signing conditions of service I am pass government or governance is a continuum into unu ba ko assign a ba ko ba e was so diso
exactly
but I was almost hu ne say new government awaba no you also fiscal policy and now plan okra for we say kasem no a different kakra. Government twaso, but government in fact another government budget in Yejuma. Oba also be draw our budget according to who programmer also war.
Okay.
Intino o share mpempen so na ye gina na din kakra. Ba me gidi say ombenya abotre na omuni Minister of Health atenase adun koma. We will find a solution. Into a chopa nebe mo because tie na omo pa akire say nka nene mpo de nye OPD pe wo. Komo ka akire nurses nyina so omo hospital no kra na akire say patients that ward kra no mo hwom. And that is an overkill. Menkanisa is just too much because at that level now I say you punish patients no for whatever it is. Labor union because striker either or asema obi antie no or kasa obi antie ena manipa no strike and na say nipa na tie no the employer tie no mo starting negotiation and the negotiation no they've met a stalemate and twaso and couldn't manage. Then someone will use strike, but the purpose of the strike is to force the employer to respond. But when you have an employer that is responding, that is willing, so ono betina se akasa say obetwaso say no dear editing intermediate ne meka say obi nka say we right we wrong, but a chopa pa ne bepa ya next for say they should return to the negotiation table. Now omuni our Minister for Health entinase enkasa menjin de se minister akasa nyema omo penu ehun hia dabi ye nyina ye nim Ghana ho bia nim se nyema omo penu ni nyina ho hia or how keke a ewo ho ne se sa nyema ni nyina no obeya yes kasem bebre na yes kasem ebi wo yes campo but na yes kasem no you need to adjust it into the budget. NPP me and form budget my NDC to come and continue. We're trying the transition period. We passed an act that allowed the government to spend in advance of appropriation. This government had to come with its own budget. Into some discussion among the year. If it's not factored in, so Mesrom say yes, somehow where they are chopper. Yeah, say where you're right way because honestly, I have been a union leader before, and I know say Nema Mukano here. Obianka say they don't need something like their clothing allowance. They are required to wear uniforms all the time. Never bash shift 3 times. Say the whole week he has to wear. Or sometimes more class or shen or ward. Yeah. And then your beshe they are ba ejumana kasa. Untimishen if you are tired kenye no pe. So these are necessary things.
Okay.
These are necessary. But kwana ye fasuno. Okay. Strong because some of them Kolebu say Mitmaka Kolebu in particular. If you take the healthcare, Kolebu is providing 100% healthcare for your workers.
Okay.
Eka omo collective bargaining. So you realize that some are being implemented in a way.
Okay.
We are Kolebu staff na we area
100%.
Kolebu be fa kalina. What I say? Which is good.
And obi abepese obeba be yeduma.
It time me yeduma Kolebu several years ago na ntisa. So there are improvements. It may not be happening in all the places, but then when you take a group action like this, then even the hospitals that are providing these things are all being punished.
Yeah.
You understand? Because Sebi, Kolebu last year, we spent over 2 million Ghana cedis for healthcare of workers.
Okay.
As they see, OPDs are not running. Emergencies are struggling to run. Where we raise our IGF from Paya, the health workers are almost you know, until a chopper na yes, I say we strong near Tibian, Ubiama on kind of command to him. Yama Ajobrombra, Nayina, Yentinasini and Casa, a chopper and the demand is from
Professor Dr. Titus Bayu, your medical doctor, and then Ninta Okrah because of this. Abayaba, there was a discussion.
Yeah.
Last year,
yes,
or probably the previous years,
yes.
And last year I buy the two must say may the amount I buy for fraba or also on the budget or person or the NBB. What at all do you know about these discussions from Akufo-Addo time into Mohammed's administration?
All right. So what I know, I have a copy of their collective bargaining agreement.
Okay.
A lot of things have been put in there. Ebia anke ye ne ena ye negotiate here. Some of the things, we would have acted differently. Mechanism.
How?
Yes. So, for instance, and never be a war document in mono. But you see, that is spilled Once they have signed it with a government, it means that any government that can must continue it. So, what we are asking is that let us sit, talk, and see how a bit me implement it. Minister it by on tenants or no 5 times. Afiwemu to see how obetimi I implement it. The only thing is that you can't also go and renegotiate a document that is signed. The only part that can be renegotiated, in my opinion, is the actual implementation. Because time and nipanene wo kasana oje tumu se obeye no. Unim adwenya nipanene de yes ha. Unim niema tutuya o yetu hotel kase obeye sa. But we all saw the state in which the country was, where the economy was at the time. And
it's not that we are out of the woods yet.
Yes, so at that time you would wonder why even a government will sign on to certain things in that collective bargaining agreement. Me a doctor. To renew my license each year, I pay about 400 plus Ghana cedis to keep my license. Other professional groups do that. They have in this agreement, then government agreed that they will pay this amount on behalf of all nurses. So you don't know whether it was an election year pressure or what kind of pressure would have led to that kind of agreement.
But that is huge money.
That is huge. Total number of doctors in Ghana are not up to 10% of total number of nurses in the country. So, but this is something hanging on our neck. So the nurses need to understand that this thing coming onto a new government, and you realize that the new finance minister had put a lot of physical discipline. And unama sidina jina baby a ejina. On triasika bahat basa. On even government department and agencies on triasika basa. Contractors, you validate your contract. You bet chese wa ye juma and sana wa meska. And yes, so obia sorry o kansi anu disako that
and yes the Okrah taho baby
intino na obia kobo bisia no de aba betua o that the end of the day the whole country is sinking. Menjin this nurse bi wo ho na onya ya ye betua ne sika we aye kan nyina na obe sorry no na dollar ne $1 1 Ghana cedi to 20 $1 to 20 Ghana cedi. Yes sika ye tua ni nyina is eroded. You know, if you look at it, this physical discipline, Honorable Atu Forsen, the management team, economic management team, Edu Herbal, at the end of the day, our actual incomes are appreciating because Okrah 4,000 and Nema Ebetimia Tono is different from Anema. The same 4,000 would have bought if the dollar to CD was 1 to 20. What I say. Yeah. So while we are applauding the government for this fiscal discipline, we must guard against a Nema that would throw everything out of gear. That said, as I'm saying, Obia and Kase Nema Mokano Omo here. It is necessary Omo here. But Yatinasia, you bet me who say, and that's what the minister was trying to do with them when he was engaging. Bet me who say, you bet me be a few way kakra bi wa yentu nkwechi kakra. Ana yenche mumpo ye de bema mu nyina akra ebia yenfa ma a certain number sesia na yenfa bi ma a certain because when we say amammo no monies must come into the kitty to be spent. If you haven't raised revenue, how do you spend? Into which you and that is why some people are just borrowing to spend. Borrowing to spend. Edumebia and kofuna mo do mo kan want me to
yeah.
And that's what led to government bonds yes into mintua. Nurses in penny for doctor and penny for my age pension was a can see assume in Chebium this 2027 2030 something time you know or be a wire Jumako pension ya do say cow bonds you see in chapter 20 are here. All these are effects of lack of physical discipline, financial discipline. So messengers when they should look at the bigger picture of the nation.
What is the bigger picture?
The bigger picture is that we must maintain physical discipline, maintain the economy, stabilize the economy, but raise money to pay them.
But improving on the working conditions of nurses are very crucial for healthcare delivery.
Yes.
So what can we maintain fiscal discipline? So what you nurse for to say nurse and fata, that's not recklessness.
It's not recklessness, but uchiano at once what it will do to the economy may not be easy. Okay. So that's the point I make us say. Obi anka say nyoma signing no on you. They be more signing. It is accepted. We cannot come and vary it. You can't renegotiate somebody's conditions of service. And I've been a union leader for all of my professional life. The labor laws are clear. You cannot negotiate someone's conditions of service to make the person worse off. And to be the nice B.
Yeah. No, sir. Oh, B. I want to mean
that is if B is better than A.
Yeah. Of course.
So nobody is intending to do that. But Naya can say, how do we accommodate your B in the whole system such that the system doesn't collapse?
So how about to be a Oshay and pay what TV XYZ so I know T or Power FM 97.9 and I was a doctor titles be you a medical doctor moma kwakoye momo DNA and no kama and now babe panels if because you are part of the government.
Me come to say and a doctor for Okrah account so it is worse because you can just say in Nema a nurse for the cry de more in these conditions of service. A bit one more example no. Doctors, we have to still pay our own licensing fee.
But
in the case of nurses, it's been added. Doctors using lab coats. No, they don't do anything for that. But Yenjaho, it's not a comparison. All I am saying is that a nurse for whatever you need is genuine. Whatever you need is real, is acceptable, it is fine. But let us sit down. Na yenkasa. Money Minister for Health and Tenasi non kasa. Because Minister of Health, Nejumani say, collaborating with the Minister of Finance, how do we handle this thing now? Embo Sikafutrono, Kitina ye woman, Emono,
Ghana Fotuono.
Ghana Fotuono, Ebona, not just boyina.
Okay,
so they should just exercise a bit of patience and get back to the discussion table.
You keep on
emphasizing,
pleading,
we can only plead.
Say, member of the health committee in parliament.
Yes.
Minister of health or committee in so.
There is a there was supervisory function over him, oversight function over him.
Okay.
Into
first now order or ranking.
Aye.
It's a parliament a few way.
Yeah.
As we are by minimum, so only Minister for Health at Dihun Komo, maybe among young Kitan say you are privy to certain information that I am not privy to. Then a Minister of Health and a person the first assembly. So you are not his spokesperson,
yeah. But when you speak to the Minister of Health, okay, Honorable Kwabena Minta Kando, you see a man passionate to improve the lot of Ghanaians in terms of our healthcare.
Okay.
You see a man passionate to see the healthcare system working. You see a man who is also conscious about the welfare of the health workforce. In totality, that's how I see him. He's been one of the busiest ministers since he took over. His point has been that on Hac-Cer nurses for Nyamokan on here. Ojitumu say it is necessary. All that he's been trying to do, that's why he has already met them 5 times. And he was trying to do things closed door to find a solution. Na endu impempenswa adui. I don't know how the negotiations broke down. He is not renegotiating their conditions of service. But he thinks that how and when can we implement what? Such that it will be accommodated in the budget. Ministry of Health has a budget. They have a budget for compensation, which has been approved. If you make this adjustment and it goes above that budget for compensation for the ministry, what does it mean? Does that mean that you are going to shift some money for capex or other infrastructure development into compensation? Already we spend more than 90-something% of the total budget of the ministry on compensation alone. And what will it happen to other consumables? And if it is going to go out of the budget, how does it sit in the bigger picture for the whole country? Finance Minister Betty as you're saying, Cabinet Betty as you're saying. These are the challenges Minister is having. But Minister wants the system to run. Entino Unikasa, that is who I see him to be. Someone who really wants the system to work. Osha or Ba, when this thing started, Ofia Breche Baye, one call office, one coffee. He went straight to the hospitals to tour and see what the situation was. And then called the people, say, because we can only talk this out. You being there striking, we being here will never solve it. And find a solution. And he himself has been an advocate for health workers for a long time. When he was on the ranking, he was the one who would do analysis and show, say, nurse needs salary, cannot even buy this number of cement bags to do any project. He was the one who was complaining about unpaid rotation nurses allowance. So it cannot be that the same person is against nurses. So or any other healthcare worker.
A man for say you ramenta candor. No opposition. Na wo ye. The boy nurse for or now woman sem edan and saswa na tembi awade kire no.
Yes.
Nti adentine no betena ho ama nurse for a strike.
Good. And that should tell you that there is a break in communication somewhere. And nothing may be
if you are by the side.
That be mean to me if you are by the side.
Now break in communication in free.
So two people have to communicate. If there's a break, the break can be from either side or for both.
Okay. But what do you see from baby out?
From what I see that the minister is making overtures that Brani and Tenase. So it cannot be say Abaya and Adrian say mean few. But what I say, so Abaya can say mean few. That's a different thing. Abaya say Brani and Tenase and Kasa. Or no what Tenase 5 times. She share. Next was say we are not going to renegotiate our condition of service. It has been signed. So just sign the thing say they should implement for us. The man is saying that look, as for signature, but on person obey your trophy or sign here, then it has to be implemented
by the finance ministry.
Yeah. So let us discuss this implementation here and share. Okay, because there are different financial components of this.
Okay.
Can we implement some now? Can we implement some later? Can we stagger some? Can we find alternative ways around things? I have done a lot of worker negotiations, and sometimes at the negotiations, even we will agree on something, a do final implementation. Now, then we'll substitute it for something else. I can give you an example. There was a time GME, there was negotiation on official vehicles for doctors of a certain rank who are like directors and things in the various hospitals. By nature of the rank they have got into, they are entitled to official vehicles.
Sure.
But government could not provide it. At the negotiation, we asked government to pay some amount in lieu of the official vehicle. Government said, no. They'll provide the official vehicle because that was easier for them. And they knew that they wouldn't implement it. Then they signed it off that they'll provide the official vehicle. Now, when it got to the implementation, realized that they cannot. You counted the number of doctors in the country. Official vehicle is not just buying the car. You have to fuel it. You have to maintain it. You have to provide a driver.
Yeah.
That is a lot more than giving the person something small in lieu of that.
Okay.
Then we said, look, Mwasani I do well all right.
By also Muntumenya.
This is the whole point I'm trying to say. Tenasia. And that's for me, Honorable Kabna Minta Kando Tenasia. They will find out that what he's saying, some aspect of it is in their own interest. They can all jaw in a very congenial atmosphere and come out with what is best for the Ghanaian health worker to make sure that they can deliver. Because the kind of service Honorable Kabna Minta Akando wants the nurses and healthcare workers to deliver, he needs a very motivated workforce to be able to deliver that service. For instance, we are trying to eliminate no bed syndrome. That means that Obiba Hospital, Empower Ho, Empani Ho, just a general. It means people may have to take care of people on the floor, on mattresses on the floor. This has effect on our health as doctors, as nurses. No mobi edro, ukokoto, no wa brush will be titamano, who cannot. That's a lot of work. Nurses can fall ill. So for the minister to achieve that goal he has for Ghana, he needs motivated health workers.
Okay.
So he'll be the last person to work against health worker motivation. But if he's asking you to talk, it tells you that there's a bigger reason why he's saying that. Because on your sign is here, okay, ebeye, masani yenko. Now next month, this whole thing will restart again. So why don't we agree on something before we sign? But it's not me partners for natural say, look, I can understand how they feel. If anybody has said something that is making them feel hurt Yes,
did somebody say?
I'm not aware of anything. I'm not aware of anything. But I'm just saying that if anything is making them hurt, or anybody is feeling that, because to the best of my knowledge, I don't see government stance as one that mean or I won't listen to you.
Okay, so for the short term, no, they're not buying person.
Well, for the short term, no. First one, chopper. They should come back.
Oh, a chopper, they solve it and solve a problem.
Ever solve a problem. Ever solve a problem.
Doc,
you see, Nipa me no asema. Omo kasa na problem solution.
Matia say, but chopper the chopper into light bill. I know the me no nya adwen ho. Chopper into light bill because I no pay.
Yes.
Many your reporter Papa Magzi call Adabraka Hospital or Barrage Hospital. You know be kasa wo I have forgot so say
yes.
Your reporter. The situation is not nice.
It isn't.
But because by virtue of the fact that what the health committee in will make me put two questions because that is what the nurses want me to ask you.
Yes.
Again, I buy a short term.
The other thing is that I'm not just on health committee. I'm the board chairman of the biggest teaching hospital in the country,
which is Kolebu,
and we are affected. Yesterday, renal dialysis patient called me. They are in limbo. Because I'm going to say, nurses they were abandoning the place. If you have may call, I have to call my CEO. Can we put in some contingency to make sure that people are okay? If they desert the wards, they are being anything because patient that unconscious. Sorry. Can you imagine obi or that ICU? I want me home. I machine at home. Yamano. Nurse na be people who na pay. Nurse na be and who diapers. No what done no. Na be or done a new crew. Say nurse I decide so and on you more hobiuma. What is going to happen? It's a major crisis. So we are negotiating and pleading with their leaders if they can even leave some skeletal staff. At our institutional level, we are doing some arrangements. But at the national level, I don't have. I'm talking for Kolebu okay. Now. I don't have that capacity to talk at the national level. We are making arrangements. Some other groups of the nurses have indicated, say, they are not on the strike.
Okay.
So, I think Union of Professional Nurses or something.
Okay.
Yeah, but numbers they are not like the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. And I would really even be happy that we are having these splinter groups among them. So I wish they were all working together as one. But fortunately, they have not subscribed to the strike. And they may be available to help in some areas. But
by any all areas.
If you look at the total number of nurses, Kolebu has a workforce of over 7,000, right? 7,000 plus, 7,400 plus workers. Nurses are majority of these workers.
Okay.
This other group of nurses are Mekano. They may not be up to maybe 300. So it means that it will not be adequate.
And looking at Kolebu,
so at the end of the day, the only solution is we need them back. I don't have capacity to discuss or to say near government betting in terms of which of them can they pay, which of them can they not pay, what can they do. But the good thing is that not everything in that conditional service document requires money. There are some that require money, others do not require money. And as I mentioned, some are being implemented. What I can say as a parliamentarian, as a representative of the people, there are constituents of Lambuse in Kolebu now. In this country, everybody is represented in Kolebu as patients. Right? There are people from across the country. So as a representative of the people, what I can say is that we need cool heads to prevail. If the government is willing to talk, as a union leader, you go on strike to force the employer to sit with you. If the employer is willing to sit with you, please yield, sit and talk. Don't escalate the strike further.
National Labour Commission for the Assembly Court. I'm on the injunction out, but still now well, there are legal implications.
But Mate say almost say they have not been served. They may bomb say be on serve or Monday. But you know, court and sem no. It is not the best solution. Is it this injunction? At most is 10 days. After 10 days, what happens?
I don't know. I started what time I asked everyone. I said,
and I mean,
time I caught you really and
lawyer for
Thursday, you mean,
so every 10 days. Now that 10 intervening days, no more. At the end of the 10 days, what happens? You see, and Labour Commission too has to be more proactive in a way, because me tell nurse for so much letter to Labour Commission. they are essential service providers. If an essential service provider complains to you, 72 hours you have to engage the person. But I don't think that kind of engagement took place. So all of this started. So we need a lot of proactiveness on the part of the Labour Commission to make sure that things, the Labour front is stable. But my urgent call on my colleagues, the nurses, is that we need them for the team to be complete. What they are fighting for is for the good of all health workers. All health workers appreciate their efforts. The government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, yes, they should not let the ordinary Ghanaians suffer. And this is a government that is willing to listen. Once a government is willing to listen, they should return to the discussion table. Let us find
discussion table. No, there was
discussion table. There was no say. What the was a maba? Upe A B C.
Again, I'm more buying no able to provide in the interim.
And there, you are forcing me to answer things I don't have the capacity to, because me have to force it.
No, that's not some way.
Nobody see, and you only do her. Abani chair already. Clothing allowance. It's supposed to be 1,000 Ghana cedis. Already, you charge 600. So this year they pay 600 for every nurse already. So if they are even implementing it effective this year, it's a 400 cedi top up that has to be made. Question is, when they multiply that by the number of nurses, can that be done now? Will it be added to the media budget so that we can pay them? And the reason why I'm saying is the Omumbrand discussion table, now we have a window of opportunity to factor things into the budget. There's a media review of the budget, so we can make some adjustment here and there to cater things for them. This is the best time to get back to the discussion table. You know, when you talk to them, almost it was budgeted for in last year. It cannot be, because last year budget is not what we are running with now. Last year budget was by a particular regime that had their own priorities that has ended. A new government has come with its own regime, so we need to re-engage. I will emphasize, the re-engagement is not to renegotiate your collective bargaining agreement that has been signed. Government back on sign is binding on all government. But how each government will implement it may vary.
Okay, Paul Amenosoji at the message about was it okay on the kind this year? Okay, good morning, Aiko. All right, Dr. Ike say, so what is preventing the government from implementing this simple demand from the nurses? But the nurses have not said they want the government to pay everything at once. Yes, sign and negotiate with them on the implementation.
You see, it's a chicken or egg situation. Do we negotiate and sign? Do we sign before we negotiate? This decision can only be made when we sit to talk.
85 times now, Minister New Mushiano. Still now, to me and reach a decision.
I don't know.
But you should be asking.
But for us to get to this point, because you see, I agree with him. Say we can get to an agreement and then discuss how to implement it. But you see, look, what the government is trying to prevent is to douse this flame now, and the next day, then they are up in arms. Because if I'm signing and I'm not explaining to you that what I'm signing, which says that you are entitled to A, B, C, D, but I'm signing it, but I can only do A and B now. I'll do C and D in 3 months. I'll do E and F in 5 months. I'll do G next year, and I just sign. The news will go out that government has signed it, and to say we should expect it. Then your expectation is not met. Then they'll come back to the same thing again. So you're finding a lasting solution. My understanding is that government in let them know. Okay, you implement where, how much is it costing us? You implement where, how much is it costing us? Okay, we can handle this now. We can put this one in mid-year budget. This other one we can put it in next year budget.
Say be amuchire musa achire man kai ban ka strike yambo akwa to say aban this munya botre yesremo without any details. Yesremo there. Now so one for details and ka ho say
bacho obi ne kan say me you and I were not there. Discussion no, but I am hoping that all of this might have gone in.
The ben am afraid a health minister as a committee, because idea we affect you be
so
more friend no since it's a parliament attenance.
Yes, it is something that the health committee is going to look at urgently. We say in Shasin ni say we cry air koso.
Okay,
we're not aware, and as I was telling you, the minister was working hard but in the dark, meeting them, negotiating, and all of that, and he thought it was something they can handle at that level until this thing came up. Uti minister now, it looks like it even came to him as a surprise because Onomo Cry, Onomo executive been the two coin together. And he never expected, say, something like this was happening. But in labor, sometimes it happened this way. And while they were out there, this thing is declared. A core program. You get what I'm saying? And it's not like kasa. So, but if you listen to the next, almost so they brought out their roadmap earlier. I cannot reconcile the two unless they sit to talk. But the health committee will take interest in this because this is not the first time. Tamale incident, a doctor for call strike. Health committee intervened. Around that time, we're on a tour. The committee chairperson, Honorable Dr. Kate McNawani, met with the striking doctors in Tamale. And we intervened and it was a solution. So definitely, the health committee will do some intervention, but I really wish that this will not go the dimension of EFA.
Still now, Jamatori Goodman and Farmer call no. Now, me person who government's position say what is government offering? Yeah, my pen also per pen no mobile phone. You see, mobile phone the boarding and no chain kakra about pen ne die. You bet to me the amount. Me person me who no. By a friend Tony Goodman say on farm on friend honorable mental candle na imbisano. No government position. You see,
easy, document now.
Yes. Baby, I yes. Sometimes I buy no penny for to me, my Jumania Demaye. Because people will call you and I buy necessary and I buy necessary. I don't work for the government and I don't work in government too.
Yes.
But because a Jumana, you know, I'm for saying I'm gonna buy more penny for more besamo. When people ask me, say, I buy no position there, I'm not able to tell.
That's fine.
Not only good my friend, so I won't fa.
So I'm sure, say, a buying, of course, once there is an injunction, a buying would want to obey the legal system. And I'm sure that the nurses themselves are law-abiding citizens and want to obey it. But in terms of actual conditions of service, no, what government is offering, these are things, some of it, there are confidentiality things on them. There are things that they are discussed, but if it's gotten to this level, they may assess what they can say and what they cannot say. What's your condition of working document now? It's a huge document. Huge document. Okay. So, unless we tease out the financial components, government say, and that's what happens at the negotiation.
Yeah.
Whether all of that is necessary to be put on the platforms, I don't think so, unless we've gotten to the point where there's a total break in the communication, and it's not like we are doing the negotiation on air or in the media, and I don't think that is fair. So and get back to the drawing table. I am sure.
Is the ministry willing to meet them anymore?
Minister has been willing since. In fact, when he returned to the country, I think within when was that day? Now I was going to my constituency for the Salah. I think that would have been Thursday.
Okay.
That day now, see, and the first thing he went to was to the various facilities. I know he called the nurses president and telling them, say they want to sit with them and talk because this is not what he was expecting. The only thing is that I don't know whether I'm told there may be some meetings today. Labor Commission, Fair Wages has also coming and all of that. So there will be some meetings today. But Minister has been always ready and willing. So no more bekasa.
No problem.
To me, Judy say by because see, Bani say now. In labor union leadership, there are ways we manage these things. As I'm saying, the ultimate goal, say, nipa or employer or no one tenants.
Okay.
No one was said their amount. I said their amount.
All right.
And I will pay their amount.
Okay.
Your goal is not to punish the patients. Nobody goes on strike with the goal of punishing the patient. So, in some of the communities, the whole Lambu say, I don't know of a private hospital that will be so if we can say government polyclinic and that's for now say no what will happen. So usually you may enforce this to some level in the bigger hospitals where people have alternatives. But in places where there are no alternatives, please, they should go soft on it. And secondly, they should not go to that phase or make us a patient or that ward or that will be like a death sentence. And I said they shouldn't do that, because that would mean that for some patients it's a death sentence. What I say, because your totality of survival depends on nursing.
Doctor for ya dodo ahia.
Doctor Nikran to me nyasa when I was a nurse no, because we be only training and do wo nurse for ma doctor won't me ma. Doctor betimi a calculate dose or what's a yedema. How often I am ma. Side effects na dinina. But the actual administration no a nurse na betimi ebe. What I say, to clean a patient, tend them, do all of that, pressure dressing, make sure so being your bed sore. Na dinina, and you almost some training, and they do it so well, professionally trained. Okaso obifu from Bremu and Beya, and you see, obiga so na nurse what if you inform mumre. It is not the same. There were a lot of unemployed nurses at home, but these are fresh nurses. You jumanu experience. Then you are picking up your skill.
Yeah, true.
You work under supervision. Do go for freshness in the bar. Obet me manager will be ICU. One so. So we just need a solution to this. Achopana.
Obet to me. Achopana there. And no abayere.
So Edu Herbal me etinas.
Okay, etimaba na maba bisa say a man for encounter on you say one health minister no ebe kasa na afi mahunu ni pomasi bre, but nurse for akọ strike, health alert clinic the nurse for no ko strike wo mo ho eti obotuma akọ akọja ayarhwe why also dey how akọ typhoid fever, bad cholesterol, any prostate issues ni nyina no do health alert clinic ye betuma hwe wa ma ho atọ Yaje best ulcer treatment center for the year 2022. It also an idea ya de yebemo we drew kama pa. Ye was sooner machine or why no so betumi aboa na yi fie free system num. Ye laboratory services so ho. It Monday copy memenda nyina ye adwuma. Ye Madina ye ni post office no and the din hwe animo. E wo Madina kaso so ye ho pokua say assignment and atakra den so. Ye wo ho ode ane se frɛ se sie ye de ye call strike. 0242518893 0242518893 wo fram pay for bejo so Franco Enterprise de niama ba de aba niama no so ya san tete so pa Franco e leading mobile phone and accessories and electronic retail outlet Abagana high and obo ama fonya TV any phones ahodo phones no Nokia, Samsung, iPhones, smart TVs no ranging from 32 inches to 100 inches. Franco air condition no de be na buy kama pa 1.5 horsepower, 2.0 horsepower, 2.5 ni nyina available. Chest freezers, new refrigerators, washing machines and a microwave, blenders, your CCTV camera functions, no monitor video anytime. Ewo baby will be able to ma boa ma waye and on screen display OSD menu, easy configuration. Bibia ya sante te ye near so 40% discount. Eti yaso ye bia wo Ghana ha bia no wo sunya ne wo takradio Accra wadawroma na watumi aye na waba aba tobi frɛ 0246422338 0246422338 Franco trading app no so Google Play Store ko ho na won so konekwaje wo de na bibia nkonkai Professor Dr. Titus Bayu former General Secretary of Ghana Medical Association, Member of Parliament for Lambusi, and a member of the Health Committee in Parliament. And I was a board chairman at the Makulebu Teaching Hospital. Opposed those one. And it's in Ghana for say, Mimbisa say, only health minister, no more cutting. Now, boy. Because it's a hospital backward, and I was so.
The American Ghana for no say, service no will not be interrupted. Kolebu. The institute share to crime more your patient at that home your okay now everybody will be fine as of today management has taken various decisions to make sure that disruption of service is minimized
okay
but when you know stock up measures here final solution is minister willing say on normal bekasa finance minister willing say near minister Bekano omunina betie the only thing and the government really want to motivate health workers no munye juma no munye ni ye but I was say no mokasa na ye share say the be ye nhihye ye na and collapse the larger economy near Timi Atuaso. So they can count on it. The health committee, my leader, the share, my leader, who near Kosunina, na Yashane, Yebetimia intervene. Sometimes a Bassina health committee, Remwa, they are more eager to also listen to us. You know, we are a bipartisan committee of everybody. Sometimes a Bassiana conform person de Amanyo Semkakre Remu, na we say. But you know, it's a government as a whole and in a union as a whole. On both sides, you have people of different political affiliations. But the critical thing is that the service must be delivered. So I am very sure, say, your Hac-Cer leader, it is something he will want us to intervene as quickly as possible. But so money or moment is sabiti me atinase. Na be biya be ko ya in nanka yina ebeda nyamiase. But insisa definitely the health committee will come in. Na yenhwe se de be ya ebetinase nya kasa. It is important. Yes, o se ma me mpacho ba chopa no so de eboa o nunya eboa ejojo akuma won say ba ni say na no obi boefu because the fact say waka say won sign no obi dwen say ofi say na adwuma no ho hia ana ade na obi sa no obe so kire say onfata ade kro no but ebi anya ne sa ugidi say ho hia ugidi say ofata say wo de ma no oba se wa de na wo ni bi na o ka say won timi fa ma ne sesia ene nje say unim say komo de wo ba no when you say comedy na was so many no di but e bia se sia no woni bi anane owo no enso no otu de jiwe kakra na echire ye nhwe but one church say yi ama oba na obehu ne sene papa trimu edi o ti ase na mo chire mu ama wo mate ase de e bia na me yi na esi ye na omo tenase e be sa church omo mo ama mo ate ase why but omo nya akoma say na omunye awese enya dia aban ba be renegotiate what has been negotiated. That is not the position of government.
All right.
Aban position is say implementation of it. And I want every nurse will tell me to see say aban say we need to look at how to implement this thing and go economy no and destabilize the economy no. And if it means reviewing how to implement it, I think that is open for us. And I think on that ground, and it's not an issue of mejinaha ojinaha yenkasa. Na patient dan finfin no obre. I mean, me constituency banyina me see me driver here careful because strikes is say ya. Bema yen nyina okonya asema to wo.
Onya accident as a medical doctor no. Nurse ni nurse ohwe.
Enti yare okay timi tu yare sheda. Nko bia betu yare sheda because unim na ebesi. But yebesre ya chopa na say omuma yenyina ntenase.
Abrante bia send message de amame o say a friend no atuku noa so show say the way now we say kasa no mumu say na nkese o mamu di enim na in fact my reading in bro from I say these are the personalities who should be made health ministers.
Oh there be
oh fans wow it's a doc say the way now opposition now dance for only be cries and they say you so the way papa say say chaupa na na me so jagum say chaupa no abaire enkodwom entiabel but going forward no do you think say to send a Kolebu 100% health care for health officials no officers kayens tremunanka obia nya bi
obesamia it is mandatory papa you see as a health worker I have used it as example everywhere and maybe besin me first born 2008 or so na me ye wo no
okay
ye wo or is it 2011 there about and ye wo no Yewo boy at the time I was a doctor in Kolebu. Meyiri was a doctor in Kolebu. Right? So when the bill bring me same incha. And in that same hospital me wo obi fi koko board aba free fani kanyina obi fi ECG aba obi fani nyina obi fi haba aba fani kanyina.
Now doctor
now we provided that service no wa wonya. That one is non-negotiable. In fact, when the doctors went on strike at the time, it was one of the conditions. I mean, the least you can give us as health workers, at least, and it
amount for your accident minimum onya nail prick friend is saying needle prick prophylaxis our norm here.
Look, I know gynecologists are
I need to set them.
Gynecologists are omukra walking stick because a juma said that management no deliver obi into me bleed. You have to do maneuvers. No, sissy midwives be brave. By the time they call retirement, almost straight biome. You know, so it's a very arduous task. The service that we ourselves are providing, at least my nubi. Obaha now be we show yere ana happy birthday.
That be a free.
Free. At least a was we the minimum anybody can ask for. A juma nankasa or yeneje. At least they should benefit from it. So for that one, it's not something to be negotiated. And America say, if you look, all the hospitals are taking initiative to do it. What we are trying to look at is interagency. Maybe a we juma or manprobi polyclinic. Ukowa a free. But we have any boom manprobi polyclinic so near refer back kolebua. Then a basi. That is where the central government must iron things out. We juma o kolebu o yare na ba kolebua a free. We ko pie konfanochi bibia to na wakowa. Then the basi. What I say? Aha, and now more hospital in Ketuani, I refer with the other hospital, Kesemuno, Oba, then the basi. But once you are a health worker, I will support it any day.
Are you willing? Because Parliament more responsibility say more initiative certain Niama.
Yes.
A bit to me about mine.
It is.
Are you going to?
I am very willing.
Are you going to start a private members bill?
So
on that, you as a person,
when it has financial implications on the budget, it will not pass as a private members bill because of the rules around it.
Okay.
But I'm going to use my capacity, my role as somebody on the health committee. And so when they were even defending their various institutional budgets, it was something I was asking all the agencies heads that came. Cape Coast Sunyani Teaching Hospital, the CEO told that, "Oh, try and work as bill."
Okay.
Cape Coast told us they were also doing same, and we're happy. Ghana Health Service, Kase, he's put in measure. Everybody must do it.
But also government hospital be omonye.
So they
are government hospital.
No, they are under. CDM is under CHAG. CHAG must make sure that is provided.
Yeah.
So, and it's where legislation must come in, and we have oversight until we must enforce it to make sure that they are doing it.
Okay.
Sector minister must make sure, because those are sometimes minister to my directive.
Yeah.
Say monye, and so we call on the ground no. So we have to look at those operational challenges, and I make in between hospitals. Within hospital is almost universal, but in between hospitals, saying. And I say, uchi nurses and document nibia, ubi woho, or train patients, and an Espana problem.
A JK,
wakaho, or being operation, or my man, or call retirement. He needs physiotherapy and other things throughout. You should still be careful, because a human pneumonia has a problem.
But any horse say,
whether or call retirement we are, is there something like that? Meanwhile, human 40 years now, they're problem now. And so these are things that, as I'm saying, I would advocate for them any day on any platform. That we have to do it for all health workers. All health workers.
Because all your medical doctor or colleague medical doctor say, sure, me assure say when they meet you, they're like, yo, we are MP, go and represent us. Yes, semi higher no.
Definitely.
Na
yes. And the statement I've made on the floor of Parliament, many are things in this area of health. Because one of the things I made our Parliament was emergency health care. Because on my way, who was a cast saying emergency back between ku and can say answer no be do what you what I say obi collapse was stadium hwene ye tumika ye obi collapse wo fie ye tu so gune so ye do oil gune so. Is that how we should do
last year request for Parliament?
Yes. So we have to make sure that things are done appropriately. So I raised a statement on that. It was discussed. I'm following up to see if I can do a private members bill on it.
Okay.
To make sure that we are compelled to provide resuscitation devices at places of high traffic.
Okay.
Who call Abrochia Stadium, lorry terminal, external defibrillators, maps on how to resuscitate someone. Drivers, mate, we have to resuscitate them on how to handle basic things. The law, what Ghana has say, you should have first aid box. Police, chiwa, also first aid box or in way. On first aid in a woman. So we wouldn't say they use to crowd with him. There's no evidence that you've been trained in it. Not at the end. That is a law that is ineffective. There should be something that is mandatory. Say every driver. I will move a vehicle with 15 or more passengers or 10 or more passengers. Mate, once a year, you should have training with certificate. I say if you have mass casualty,
thank you.
What I say, Obi Moje Tuna, or patient you're unconscious in the car, air hostess, train no money now. What a flight will not be near Sema, will share the response of the air hostess. Yet, you know, they may call. Is there any doctor on board? No, I'm sorry. We do need work on board, but they know the basic first aid to do. That should also happen in this country.
You need also as only a committee chairman, Dr. Mark Nawani. Munina, you need them also. Dr. Mark Nawani, the minimum from Dunkofen for a very long time. Because 1 point, me one and another hospital.
Okay.
On the minimum part. And Chairman Nawani, Munya Bibi Famwa, resetting agenda, no Munina Moka.
Yeah. I will take a crab,
but as a Ghana for whom I have to say justice, no, justice must not be done, but it must be seen to be done. So what I say. So people should see you doing something. Professor Dr. Titus Bayo messages need to be about will be the message of Piesie Dr. Bayo. But I think Dr. Bayo is serving Ghana in another capacity as the board chairman of the Kolebu Hospital. Which is the that's what I say, sir.
My sector minister, I will maintain that he is, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, the most indefatigable minister who has not rested since Oteki power.
I know.
Minister, so be a deal. Energy minister, and he walks around with a calm demeanor. I really admire him. Sometimes I see, now BP there for money. What did I say? Look at the sector.
Pressure hopper, Dr. Kesela to force and pressure.
Boss and that for more. Kolebu we have about 17 worker groups. Unions and associations in Kolebu.
And you are supposed to manage all of them.
So imagine being at the health ministry.
Encouraging Professor Dr. Titus Bayo made us say the good people of Lambusi will be proud of you. Say in Sama can cry officer or the Boagana no yada say a freo or by a Monkona Money Minister no Sunkushia na Momo na nesi for Nisambra. Why? Mate. But I say have a beautiful day. Dr. Titus Bayo, board chairman, Kolebu Teaching Hospital, member of Parliament, Lambusi, now in Kano. And pay Mamin Chelsea Council win big mega cash lucky box no ever ho air live. Just say nyasam kotwa dial *426*5#. Woba another instant take it be 5 cities e wo NL Caritas platform no so e *426*5#. Ya word na bosisia lucky box na wo ho 6 exciting options choose to back and udi ya momo no egu phone so simple enche ye bebie mu na amanfo so edi undi 18 years I want to me entwa bi ye wo NL Caritas platform no so Dwabo Ase Clinic say anopay John Mama say or reset Ghana and won so reset usisim. I let my pom nyina motata me za mapom enti Dwabo Ase Clinic no wokọ hɔ a endemu yare usisim ayemre kɔ yebetumi abo kwasema na ewo yebe ahemfi na fe so no tema branch no so community 25 no so ewo aye def track estate or yene no anything hwenimo for 0557 402 696 Ralph and Mr. Fachamin Commona na yedina Ghana from Como atukuno wa yadase isu for adongo so here or Bremen Germany yadase mama de messages by nyina yadama say some to me the messages ne by mama ko birthdays ne so ene me ankasa me personal seamstress ene birthday or pamta de ne bi mama shapa Lydia Thursday ene ne birthday or Spentex ho ena obo adwuma Lydia Thursday ene your birthday nyame nshira pa ene Lydia Thursday epama de ewo LT clothing ewo Spentes na monfa nto so mame ana Rafa dwa asemu Rafa dem stro why me anka sa metela nya sa onfa advert ni mo Lydia Thursday, and then say Victoria Naima Abdullah, so by the hours West will go women organizer for NDC. Hey, Minia Bay, Hofa, Nyankopon shall Victoria Naima Abdullah, Yamin Shrow, we every ho, Obrempon, you mate, and I will see Lucy, a four mauto, Bobbesin Opoku. When so and your birthday Nyankopon in Shrow pa Nyankopon Shrow. Where you Kojosaka, it's your birthday, uncle. Bibi Aboko. Women a tree free Ghana call and no. Kojosaka, happy birthday going out to you, Nyankopon Shrow pa. Enjoy life, Nyamen Kaho. Mumfali their Thursday into some. Okay, Nana a free year while and G. On also meaning the call one point sim where you more Dr. Dr. Amuzuo. Nana a free year while and G. Happy birthday to you, Nyankopon Shrow pa. Mon family seems stress no to so mame. Hey, onyamba. Naomi Krua and I also birthday. Nyankopon Shrow pa from the team from XYZ Ede Mount. Nyamin Shrow. Afeni Akano Emra. Samuel Mawulom Ameka and I your birthday. Happy birthday going out to you. We free Francis. We free no mame ho. Eno de baye. Or a fine boy pa. Yeah. You make I miss my son. Where's your purity aseda oye labi? And your birthday we free Obrempon first born new. A mana purity aseda oye labi. Obrempon first born ni. It's a mana yeah wouldn't tight around Obrempon fire boy. Wawari Akrana di 10 years and 8 years. Okay. Oh, no more for me seems stress no to so mame. Sir, okay. Lydia Thursday, you yate. Yapon, me did the Piesie Okrah boys prefer chief tankers on about that constituency. Mini or by